Beside you is a notebook and writing utensils. Feel free to write or even draw whatever emotions that you're feeling or want to remember. These journals will be collected at the end for me to read you guys' thoughts and notes on what I share with y'all. Thank you again for coming to Writings on the Wall. Now please enjoy the ride.
Everywhere you look, there was something, you know? There was something to see, something to feel, something to hear, and I love that.
Somebody said, wow. 2, 3,
Got tired of looking back. 6 for 6 so far, man.
Very excited for all the new music that we've heard.
I was tracking with Smino and Wayne.
Heat after heat after heat.
Got pride, I took it back. Got tired of looking back.
I put together this event for y'all. Make some noise if you heard of Starline. I'm making a project called Starline. Okay, swag. That's what this is all about. It's a multidisciplinary project, meaning that it's a lot of different art forms converging to give you the end product. So it's visuals in terms of music video, text, and then when you guys walked in, I'm sure you guys saw some of the works that some of the artists I've collaborated with made. When my music does drop, it'll be very similar to this in terms of activations. The people that fuck with me the most will end up being there, and then I'll just show them the stuff that I've been making.
That they can't grow back. Clippers buzzing, crying grandbaby boy cousin. The first cut, little man, quit all that fussing. God the Father may love ya, the world doesn't. That's how I learned to put my dukes up and play the dozens. Lessons in the strategies of love and war. Chessboards and King magazines.
Just really appreciate the work that Chance does, how he incorporates God, how he incorporates his blackness, how he just stands in his truth. And last night it was a song called The Negro Problem, or A Negro Problem, and it was really, really powerful. I was the president for the Minneapolis NAACP when George Floyd was murdered, and I've been fighting on the front line, so to see that work translated on the big screen is important.
You know it's dirty when the sink dirty. Nowadays you 13, you gotta think 30. Can't be out here sitting waiting on the next man.
This is like, might be Chance's best work.
So good, but this is better. It's intimate and sweet and like
Zero skips. It's insane music, having the subwoofers around and stuff. Being on the beanbags, I'm mad comfortable. He was just like right there, which is crazy. I still can't believe it.
1, 2, 3, cut it.
Chat, listen, man. Had to open up with a little bit of Chance. Can't wait for the album to come out. My guy Trap Dicky out of the Carolinas with the baby. Carolina legend, some would say. How y'all been, man? Look, I'm here. Look, man, I know a couple people thought they got scammed because I didn't stream when I said I was gonna stream, but I'm here. You know, we turning new leaves. I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging high and dry like that. I got my guys. All right. I know a couple people felt a couple kind of way, but it's fine because we here now, and that's all that matters, right? Late is better than never, and never late is always better. So next time it's not gonna be late. So look, right? First things first, as we all know, for every stream. Whoa, one thing I need to say, going forward, I need people to understand, because, you know, I'm a man of the people. I'm a self-proclaimed chat nigga myself. So I know how it is when you trying to come up that rap race, come off the grind. I'm grinding myself. Listen, man, anybody out there that is an editor or is aspiring to edit, y'all got free domain and free reign with any content I do to edit it, bro. If you want to edit it and throw up a TikTok or a short or a reel, or wherever it is, to get your editing back up, look, gang, all my old catalog, free of charge, gang. Go edit it, chop it up, cut it up, do whatever you want, bro. I had to put that out there. Shaky ass camera, cause I'm moving my desk. I'm real animated right now, man. I miss y'all. My fault. But look, content free to use. Anything. Go through the old catalog. Go through all the old streams, all the old whatevers. Whoever you are. If you want to just get into editing, if you've been editing, whatever you want to do, y'all can go ahead and chop all that shit up. That'll be cool. Secondly, y'all know how we get down out here now. Look, I got one video in the queue. After that, I ain't got nothing. So if you want to watch something, let me know. I'm here to react to anything y'all want to watch. Throw it in there. Super chats, whatever it is, throw them in there. I will watch whatever. We are out here to kick it, vibe, and chill. I know the title is LeBron should be traded. We can definitely get into that whenever y'all want to. I am checking the comments all day. I am team trade LeBron. That's my GOAT. He right there. That's my guy. That's my king. My sunshine. My only sunshine. Pour honey on him all the time. Trade that nigga. I'm done. As a Laker fan, I'm done with him. Trade him. I'm ready for the new regime, ready for the new era, because this is not working. With that being said, we about to watch one LeBron fan versus however many LeBron haters it was. Because my guy Black really wanted to watch this, and I don't want to hold him. All right, so let me get that ready, and let's go ahead and switch it over so y'all can see that. This nigga Sanchez is trolling. Sanchez is trolling. I'm not taking Sanchez serious. I'm not taking Sanchez serious at all. At all.
A dude that does this, crowning himself, aura. That's the opposite of aura.
He is responsible for.
I can tell you right now, I'm already about to dislike this, and it's crazy. The first person to speak was a woman. I don't want to say that.
The detriment of the NBA.
I don't want to say what I want to say.
Let's also talk about Kyle Kuzma, how we passed him the ball during the bubble to make
Let's talk about Kyle.
That, you know what's crazy? I'm going to be honest with you.
I did not expect to hear today.
Hold
That's
on.
the thing.
Let me just get into the video. I don't feel like.
that line of clutch.
Oh man, I think this to a 30-hour video.
Jump from team to team. He's a glorified Patrick McCaw.
I'm actually a bigger Jimmy Butler.
This nigga is the epitome of what a LeBron hater looks like, in my opinion. Every time I think of the term or the word LeBron hater, I envision this nigga right here. This is what a LeBron hater looks like to me. Epitome of LeBron hater. Can't say it's hate because he's literally one of the 10 LeBron haters. He's actually a LeBron hater, self-proclaimed. He got the shirt on and everything. This is what I would think a LeBron hater looks like right here.
Hater than a freaking LeBron.
That's apparent. That's apparent.
Jimmy Butler is annoying. His team sucks.
Not what I expected. Welcome to One Fan vs. 10 Haters. We have Isaac here, supernova prodigy, who's about to debate 10 of LeBron's biggest haters. We have a series of debate questions. If by the end of this you can convince one of them to become a LeBron fan, you win. If not, the haters win, which is obviously what I want to happen. First topic, no one will break LeBron James' scoring record.
I know you're finna say some shit you do not believe. Let me hear it.
I believe all of it.
Show him some respect.
Somebody is going.
Real quick, chat, let me ask y'all, do y'all believe someone is going to break LeBron's scoring record? Me personally, I do think somebody will eventually break it. I think all records are meant to be broken, and as long as nothing happens to the NBA, I do believe somebody will eventually break LeBron's record. I'll go on record saying that.
Going to break LeBron's all-time scoring record. You think that just because he's doing it now, nobody's going to come after him and break him. That's what we thought about Kareem. And then guess what? Somebody broke it. Every single year, the NBA is becoming more efficient. It's getting easier for teams to score. Teams are getting smarter. All players are coming up and are learning 3 is more than 2. And so the way that people are learning how to play basketball is inherently more efficient. So people are going to come through. There's some middle schooler right now that's taking 30-footers who's going to show up, and he's going to break LeBron's scoring record. You don't think it's going to happen, but it probably will.
Yeah. And again, if the argument is for the entirety of space and time, something is more likely to happen than never, sure, that's not really refutable. But if we're being practical and we're talking about what you can actually envision based on something you see and you predict, there's no real reason to think that other than hope. We can say that, 3 is more than 2, and the game has made this much of a change in the last 20 years. Maybe it'll make that same change 20 more years. It's not really linear. There's only so much pushing the envelope you can do. And
I think this is a cop-out argument. As a LeBron fan, I know the tactics that he's pulling, and I will call him out every time. This is a cop-out. It's really a hypothetical argument. Is an easy way to win because at the end of the day, this is a hypothetical question. No one really knows. But when you attack that, that's just, you don't really want to argue it. You don't really got a real point. Come on, man.
While we've seen that huge envelope push happen in our time, that's not a guarantee that we're going to see another one. There's only so much space on the court, so much more math you can exploit. So I think maybe we're close to peak efficiency. If we're not, it keeps going up, fine. But you still have to reckon with the fact that somebody has to come in the league, be amazing for more years. it's not really linear. You know, there's only so much pushing of the envelope you can do. And while we've seen that huge envelope push happen in our time, that's not a guarantee that we're going to see another one. There's only so much space on the court, so much more math you can exploit. So I think maybe we're close to peak efficiency. If we're not, it keeps going up, fine. But you still have to reckon with the fact that somebody has to come in the league, be amazing right away, and be amazing for like 25 years without ever missing a full season of injury. The closest one is like Kevin Durant. He's missed several full seasons of injury because it's honestly, he's hilariously lucky to never have torn an ACL in 25 years. Do you expect the next great star, who's a great star from 19, to be hilariously lucky for 25 years? I wouldn't. Yeah, maybe he's cheating. I don't know. But you better hope the next GOAT cheats too then, because I don't see any reason why that's going to happen or any reason to expect that.
Listen, if you want to talk about that, the way that the game is being played.
He lost. He stuttered. That's an L. He lost. Street rules. He loses. See how hard it was for him to get that off? He don't believe it. He lost.
That's getting better. That's being more efficient. You want to talk about medicine? That's getting better. That's more efficient. Everything is being set up for players. Everything is being set up for players to come in bigger, better, faster, stronger, which is what you say about every single generation afterwards. You may not think that it's going to be some massive explosion to where in 5 years we're going to instantly get the next GOAT. Basketball is going to be played for a long time, and the incremental differences eventually.
Wait. Whoa. Where'd my camera go? Hold on. Wait. Is my camera not here now? What the fuck? Hold up. What the fuck happened? Oh. No. Okay. I'm high. Don't mind me. I'm over here looking at something totally different. I thought my shit fucked up. L streamer.
We're going to get to 2055, and there's going to be some crazy kid, and he's going to come along and be the next GOAT. He's going to break LeBron's record.
If the record's broken in 2099 when we're all long gone, then you got it. You can have it.
I'm a win.
From the grave.
All right, I got a lot to say, but first off,
I just want y'all to understand, everybody's about to try to come up here and get some crazy shit off about LeBron James. Every single person, which you have to do. I don't know. As a self-proclaimed Jordan hater, I think every time I'm challenged and questioned, I never be unreasonable about what the fuck going on in my hate with Jordan. But I feel like when it comes to LeBron, a lot of niggas get unreasonable. And that shit is it's very telling. It is very telling.
Let me just show you my shirt. It's kind of hot in here.
Got a costume change? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, LeBron relied a lot on athleticism to go score all those points. We have players now like Luka who score like 30 points a night consistently without relying a lot on athleticism. And like this era too, you're shooting a lot more three-pointers than ever before. So in what world would I not think someone who's taking more three-pointers, scores 30 points a game at the age of 19, is not going to pass LeBron's scoring record? It sounds kind of ridiculous.
Okay, well, obviously relying.
That's a horrible argument. One, can we find the 19-year-old that is scoring 30 points a game first? Secondly, you are not taking into consideration health. We can talk about how modern medicine is so much better than what it was, and it always advances. At the end of the day, health is health. Niggas' ACLs aren't going to just magically become better. You just gotta have to have a bunch of fortune. And if we're going to be banking on fortune, I guess, gang.
Relying on athleticism isn't true. We know he's extremely skilled, but I'll let you have that. Because the truth is, you need athleticism, especially as you age. All these guys that rely on skill, eventually, you have a little bit of athleticism that lets you make that skill happen. When that goes, it goes fast. That's what you talk about. A lot of small point guards end up, aging not super good because as soon as they lose that little edge they have that lets them use the other skills they have, they fall off a cliff. And while I think Luka's amazing, he is more athletic than you think, so we'll say that. He's not relying off of no athleticism. He's really good at change of speed and all this stuff that isn't necessarily running and jumping fast. He's athletic in his own way. As soon as he loses that, whatever age that may be, let's call it 35, he's going to be relying on a lot of tough buckets more than he does now. And you need to have some baseline of athleticism to age well. People don't typically age well as a volume scorer unless they're very athletic. So you think of the best players that age well of all time. Chris Paul, Tim Duncan. They weren't out here averaging 25 at the age of 36. That's not the way their game's evolved.
They also don't rely on athleticism as much as LeBron does. Are you saying LeBron doesn't rely on his athleticism?
Anybody who has a high volume scoring relies on athleticism to some extent.
But LeBron doesn't rely on it more than other players?
Football. What point is he trying to get off? Damn, what? I thought the point was someone's gonna break the record. What are we worrying about LeBron's athleticism for? What is this guy's angle? What is his agenda? You see what I mean? It's just they gotta go out their way to hate. See how unnecessary he's trying to be to get this hate off?
The word rely implies that's all he has and that he needs that. Dude, have you seen the last couple of years? That guy is not jumping high anymore. Those eyes are not going above the rim anymore.
LeBron's still not jumping high?
Not as high as he was. His forehead is barely touching the rim.
And Luka just relies on step-back three-pointers.
All right.
All right, so let me tell you what your GOAT did.
Okay.
That guy definitely lost. Let's be honest, chat. He lost. Let's be real. And I honestly, just by looking at her face, she lost. Just being 100 with you. She definitely got to lose. I don't even know why. Just looking at her, I just want to say she lost.
Your GOAT created a whole generation of stat stuffers. More than ever, right? Everyone's about the stats. It's not about winning anymore. That's
We talking about era of stat stuffers when we're coming out of the mid-2000s where everyone idolized Jordan had the mindset of, I'm going to take the last shot and score all of the points. We're going to act like that's not stat sheet stuff. And Gilbert Arenas famously will just brag about the 60 he put on niggas in losing efforts or seasons. Let's not talk about stat sheet stuffing and how LeBron is the epitome of doing that. That's extremely nasty. On top of that, even throughout all eras, niggas was stat sheet stuffing. Moses Malone is famous for missing shots on purpose to goose his rebounds. Niggas stat sheet stuffed way before Bron, well before Bron. He didn't make this new thing. Stop it.
Jordan's generation. So you have all these people coming in, stuffing the stats. You have guys like T.J. Warren putting up 50-point games. That dude's not even on a roster.
Andre Miller and Corey Brewer gave niggas 50 in the mid-2000s and late 2000s. Stop it. Who is this lady? Get this 2K TV reject out of here. She's yapping.
If he can do that, what do you mean it's never going to be broken? Then we're like, oh my God, LeBron was a freak of nature, 6'8", 250, right? Well, then we've seen another freak of nature in Wemby, 7'4", and can shoot it, right? Think about the next freak of nature. Not to mention that medicine has gotten insanely better and will continue to get better. Or what if, this is going to be crazy for a LeBron guy to try to visualize, but what if we get a generation that's actually tougher? You know, guys who could play back-to-back. Woo! That's so crazy.
Pick themselves up by their bootstraps.
82.
We're talking about guys that have to become the all-time leader in minutes in the NBA. How much tougher does it get than that? LeBron James has the most minutes ever played. What are we talking about? Actually able to play back-to-backs. He has the most minutes played of any player. How? In using her ideology, how is there someone who is more tough than that? That's extremely tough.
2 games, and the last point I'm going to make to you is the NBA has turned to an offensive league. They have literally changed the rules to make players score more, like the no hands-on rule. We heard last season they were talking about getting rid of the charge. I mean, how much pushes of help do these offensive players need to surpass LeBron? It's going to happen. It's probably going to happen multiple times. And LeBron will be a thing in the past, just like y'all try to do to Jordan.
First thing I'd like to say is I love the implication that T.J. Warren scored 50 off the backbone of LeBron James' existence in this world. I think we should do that with every random 50-point. Corey Brewer, let's give that one to Kobe. Let's just attribute it to every random star because we can. And, you know, modern medicine is getting better. It's good now, and guys still can't play healthy seasons now. It's still an issue that every NBA star gets hurt, and I think it's under-talked about that is becoming a huge thing. Almost no stars can survive. Why was that on?
Why do you think? It's my call. Finish your sentence and move on. What do you mean?
Players can't stay healthy now. I don't know if that's going to get fixed over time. It's under-talked about how much the spacing has caused that to be a thing. So maybe we'll just cure ACL tears one day and we can just pop a pill and cure it overnight. Maybe that's possible. Maybe we'll have some Harry Potter growth spells that immediately make you just grow a bone back.
Oh man, unskippable, insane. Oh, it's not unskippable. Bet.
I don't think modern medicine doesn't get that much better. Maybe.
We'll come back from ACL in 6 months, though.
Okay,
Yeah.
the 24 seconds needs to be slightly respected.
Okay.
If LeBron came before MJ, there wouldn't be an argument about who is better. Mr. Deshaun,
He raised his
please
hand fast.
Step forward.
That was instant.
We could say this very simply. This is a great question, by the way. We've already seen Jordan surpass the GOAT before him, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem, since high school, was ready to be the greatest player, just like we saw LeBron James. Kareem.
I'm not gonna lie to you, chap. I don't trust this nigga right here. Something about him we don't know about. I don't know what he's about to say, but I feel like he's about to spit. I don't trust his disposition. Don't know if it's the angle of the shoulders. Don't know if it's the cut. I don't know if it's the nose. But I don't trust this nigga. I feel like he's too good for his own good. But maybe I'm yapping.
Kareem in his career, 6 NBA finals, right, where he won, okay? And he had made 10 appearances just like LeBron, except he happened to win more than LeBron did. Kareem, the all-time scoring leader, just like LeBron, correct? He also is top 10 in rebounds and might be up there in block shots as well. So we've already seen an all-around player with an unstoppable move and the persona bravado as I'm the greatest. And what did Jordan do? Surpassed him, right? He went 6-0. That's 100% in the finals. He also has the MVPs to match up with him and 6 finals MVP, which is something that Kareem did not do. So we have already seen this iteration of Jordan following up someone who is deemed as the greatest. So if you reverse the roles, there's still no debate. Jordan tops LeBron every time.
I appreciate your love for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Unfortunately,
Let me just say, before I hear his argument, assuming the resumes are staying the same, you can't do that. This is Whoppy land. You will have to assume both of these players are coming up in the same era. And let me tell you, my GOAT doesn't retire in the middle of the season or in the middle of his career twice. So I can already assume he's going to win all the championship Jordan's wins. On top of that, he's also going to win the ones that Jordan wasn't there to win. So now we're talking probably, and I can say that based off the fact that my GOAT already went to 10 straight finals, it was. So that equals out. I'm just saying that's 10-0. That's something Jordan didn't do. And if you reverse the roles, Jordan probably loses more finals than LeBron because he's not the teammate that LeBron is. Do you think Jordan would have been able to take a sidestep and let Kyrie be Kyrie? Hell no. He would have got the block. Well, first, he would have got the block and then missed the shot probably. Let's be honest. Do you think an older Jordan would have been able to do what LeBron did in 2018? Hell no. Come on. By the time he was an old man, old and withered, at least by the NBA standards, nah, man. They was really off of him. But that would be how I would argue. Nah, is he going to rebuttal? I don't know.
Fortunately, that is entirely irrelevant. This is not a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus LeBron James conversation. It is Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. If any of that mattered, you would have Kareem at 2 and LeBron at 3. Do you?
I have LeBron at 4.
All right, so clearly I'm speaking to...
All right, I take back everything I said about this nigga. I knew it was something about him that we didn't know about, and I didn't know he was ridiculous. You see how quick you find out about people? That's insane. He's 4 all time. This guy is crazy. He's a crazy person. Why are we even having conversations with crazy people? House of Highlights, y'all should be sued for abusing the mentally unstable community the way y'all are. Just using them for profit and views. That's disgusting.
To somebody with an outrageous worldview on LeBron James. So that makes sense to me. That makes total sense now why you would bring that up. Unfortunately, I live in reality, and I do not believe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a greater player than LeBron James. All those things you said make sense. If you're simply looking at it that all Jordan had to do to pass up and be the GOAT is check boxes on paper. And that makes total sense. As a Jordan fan, you see number 6, number 0, he's the GOAT. LeBron, the argument for him has nothing to do with whatever Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did. He's a better player, that he's, the typical things, bigger, faster, stronger, but he's a better passer. Scoring, let's call it equal. If you want to give it to Jordan by edge because of whatever reasons you have, sure. LeBron's a better interior scorer. If you want to give Jordan jump shooting, go ahead. Scoring is close enough. The passing is a big difference.
Whoa. This guy's he's not standing on business. LeBron's the better scorer because if you go by the checking off boxes criteria, it's a better finisher. Jordan has the mid-range. LeBron's the better three-point shooter. Let's be honest.
I think LeBron's more versatile defensively. He's obviously the higher IQ player, lifts people up around him better, the better playmaker in that way. If you believe that he is truly the better player all around, which, many LeBron fans do, obviously you don't, that would be enough that if he came first, you wouldn't see Jordan pass him up. So much of why Jordan is revered as his unquestioned GOAT is nostalgia. Is he came first? Is he was the first guard to come in and be a guy that showed you can, win a title around a perimeter player when previously it was all big men, like you said? If LeBron had did that first, that talking point would be irrelevant. He would be great, obviously, he'd be in the conversation, but none of that nostalgia would be attached to him, and he wouldn't have this reverence about him. He wouldn't be the same outside the court figure because we would have already had LeBron to deify in that way. So all of that type of bigger than basketball stuff that's attached to Jordan's name would be gone. There'd be very little argument, especially if LeBron presumably dominated that.
Black donated $2. Bring up people to debate. Ooga booga. You're hilarious. I would love to bring up people to debate. I wish I would have did this on StreamYard. Look, I'm trying to think of a way to do this. The only way I could think about doing this is a link to the Discord, and I go on the Discord and debate people. Outside of that, I don't have a real way of just pulling people up to debate them. I'm on a StreamYard. So if niggas want to debate, we can work something out. Niggas gonna lose though, so I don't know why you would want to sign people up to get their ass whooped like that verbally.
Generation in the same way Jordan did, which
crazy ad. It's not gonna let me skip it either. It's not gonna let me skip it. I really need to get premium. This shit is sad.
I doubt he would. Do you?
Yeah, I do, and I think you made a couple of points that aren't based in fact and more based in opinion.
That's all it is.
Well, no, there are some facts to back it up.
For
some
sure.
of which that I've named. Right? You talked about being a more versatile defender. The Defensive Player of the Year awards don't say that.
You want to talk about the?
Well,
go ahead.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
Right? So that goes in favor of Jordan. You said we can call scoring equal. How? Michael Jordan once averaged 37 points per game. Has LeBron ever done that? No.
Are we going to go off of the best scores of all time, or the ones who average the most per year?
Are you going to let me finish?
Well, you gave me
the argument.
You gave me a pause to respond.
Your argument was also that was just the little pregnant.
Okay,
pause.
being dramatic. Go ahead. My bad. Okay, I respect it.
LeBron's stats are more based in longevity, right? If you're talking about who's the greatest scorer, we're looking at points per game. We're looking at playoff performances. We're looking at regular season performances. You can't call that a wash, right? You can't call the defensive stats a wash either. And then you talked about uplifting players and making players better. Is that really true? I don't think so. Who did Jordan take to the finals? Scottie Pippen, Luke Longley, Ron Harper, a bunch of players that after they left him were not able to accomplish the same things. When LeBron James gets a player, they get worse. Remember that guy, Kevin Love? What was he doing in Minnesota? And then what happens when he joins LeBron in Cleveland? Kyrie Irving, same thing. Players don't get better.
Kyrie Irving gotten worse since playing with LeBron? Are we going to forget what happened with Kyrie when he was on the Nets? What was it, 21? The 21 season for Kyrie was probably the best version of Kyrie. Or was it 22? 21 and 22 for Kyrie. Either or. It was the best year of his career. He was just in the finals. What are we talking about? Like, what are we actually talking about right now? Like I said, man, there's something that has to happen going up here and getting people on the spectrum on these cameras just to verbally abuse him like this and put him out on Front Street. This is disgusting work. This is Zeus TV activities. This is diabolical.
LeBron is able to dominate the game more and take them away from the stardom that they already had because he likes to acquire players and not make them homegrown.
Yeah, I hear you. And everything you said makes total sense if you stopped thinking about basketball in like 2010 and if you were still in like points per game equal good and we didn't realize what the value of efficiency, the value of playing in a certain system that gets touches to other people, not simply funneling into one person. Points per game hasn't been the metric for who makes simply the better scorer in like 15 years of discourse. We are so far past that. If you viewed points per game as the end-all be-all, great. Then he's going to be your GOAT regardless. But if you understand the value of efficiency, the value of getting a certain type of bucket that creates shots for others, and value of making the right play, and
that is not mustard.
Not simply chasing a high points per game value, it's easy to understand why LeBron is equally as good of a scorer. In his prime, he shot nearly 80% at the rim, which is ridiculous. We don't have the tracking numbers for Jordan back then. It would have been good too. He would have been 68, 70, obviously. Part of that is era. He would have been lower because less spacing. So we could acknowledge that. He wouldn't have been a goddamn 80. I'll tell you that. He wouldn't have been the freight train in the open court that LeBron is. I feel very safe saying LeBron is the best open court scorer getting to the rim, probably of all time, besides the bigs like Shaq. Is that fair?
Hold on, I'm going to have to go 24 seconds on this topic.
24 seconds, and I'll run this again. The question was, if LeBron came first, would there be an argument? I've already given you the factual data that prove we've seen a version of LeBron who was regarded as the uncontented GOAT, which was Kareem. Jordan surpassed him, and I gave
Kareem. I hate this argument. Kareem is not a player like LeBron at all. What are we talking about? Like I hate that he's using this to front his this is how he starts his argument. It's crazy.
the career stats, which Kareem had more career stats at the time. I gave you the finals MVP. I gave you the finals win. Jordan came into the league and took that away from Kareem. He also took it away from Bird, and he also took it away from Magic.
If LeBron James walked through those doors on his Lakers teams, he would have accomplished just as much as Kareem while being the better player. It wouldn't be an argument. It's entirely irrelevant to focus on what happened to those guys, or we're talking about a hypothetical in which a better player was in those situations.
If you're an NBA player at the beginning of each season, what is your ultimate goal?
To win a championship. I'll go ahead and give you what you want to hear.
Thank you. Well, what other goal would there be?
Keep going.
Okay, anyway. So at the start of each season, you want to win a championship, right?
Yes.
And if we think about some of the greatest winners of all time, right, would you say that winning a three-peat is difficult?
Very so.
So how many times has that happened in history? Do you know? A few times, right? So some of the greatest players in history, some of the greatest winners in history have only won one championship, maybe won two in a row, maybe won a few, but they were like sporadic throughout their career. It's rare that you see a team or a player accomplish a three-peat, right? Tim Duncan, he won it, I think, like every other year. He has like 5 of them, but he never did it twice in a row.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant did it 3 times in a row, and it took him and Shaq to do it, right? He did a three-peat, right? I think those 60 Celtics with Cousy and them, they did it like 100 times in a row, whatever it was. I'm just saying, but that was a different era. My point is, in the modern era of basketball, to win 3 times in a row is damn near impossible. Nobody can do it. Those Warriors in the 2015 era to 2020, they won it a bunch of times, but they also couldn't do it 3 times in a row. LeBron James, 2012 and 2013, couldn't do it a 3rd time in a row, ended up losing to those same Spurs. My point is that a three-peat is hard to come by, and if championships is how we measure greatness in the NBA, how could we say that anyone other than the only man to do it twice in one career is any worse than anybody else to ever play the game?
The easiest answer to answer that would be if a three-peat is deemed as such an impossible task and it takes extremely fortunate circumstances in one situation when it comes to Shaq and Kobe. In the other situation, you would say, well, damn, that was in a watered-down era or era so long ago, I would have to put an asterisk by it. Those would be the only 2 cases. Either it's something extremely extraordinary like a Kobe and Shaq, or you're looking at the era that the player is playing in. And if we look at the 90s, something you can undisputably say is, with all the additions of the new teams and looking at the field of the competition for Jordan, it's no wonder this nigga was able to ring off 6 in 1 decade. It's no wonder he's able to do that. He played him. People want to talk about LeBron's East. Let's talk about Jordan's league. You're the only guard in the league full of bigs where they start to cater the rules to make it easier for guards when you start winning. That's not my words. That's what Isaiah Thomas said. And he was a nigga that was winning it in the 80s, right before the 90s, right before they changed the rules. He was one of the only niggas to really beat Jordan. Well, one of the last niggas or loudest niggas to claim them beating Jordan. So that's what I will argue. If you want to sit here and value three-peat so much, let's really dive into why he was able to get 2 of them in 1 decade. It says a lot to keep winning through multiple eras and multiple decades. That shows evolution and change and growth and dominance. If you really want to talk about it, if you're able to win 6 rings in 10 years, let's look at the field in that 10 years and think, what was it that made you to be able to win these 6 rings? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. If the ultimate goal is NBA championships, LeBron James, I'm sure, is on record saying that that's what the ultimate goal for any NBA player would be. How do we pick anyone other than the only man who was able to do a three-peat, which is probably the hardest thing to do in basketball, twice, after taking a year off to play baseball, smoke cigars, and gamble?
Lots to unpack there.
Unpack it.
I gotta remember all the crazy shit you just said.
All facts. Like the good brother Deshaun.
First of all, all of that would be great and all that'd be dandy if the Basketball Hall of Fame was the Basketball Hall of Fame of three-peats. If that was the only thing you measured by, and if the top players of all times are only the ones who got three-peats, then we'd have no conversations. It would be there's like 3 players we're talking about in NBA history. Mm-hmm. But that's not the case. And yes, the way you measure success is winning championships as a team. Mm-hmm. That is so contextual. I understand that we treat Michael Jordan like a god who is a one-man army against the world. He's not. It's a 12-man roster, 15 back then. It's so much contextually needed to talk about team versus team that I think that's the general error of way we talk about basketball in general is saying we measure success via championships. That's part of it. but it's part of a larger whole to understand a player, his impact, his skills, weighing all that individually. So I don't think championships are the end-all be-all. You obviously need, a requisite amount of success to show that your talent can, translate in the playoffs. I don't think necessarily hitting a certain number is the only way to talk about that. And I certainly don't think three-peats is the only way that you can justify that. It's very impressive, not take it away. Yeah. But if three-peats were just the measure, then you would have Bill Russell at 2. I don't believe you have Bill Russell at 2.
No, because there's obviously a lot more to consider.
Exactly.
For sure, right?
A whole
but when
lot.
it comes down to it, right? When you're looking at Jordan and LeBron, and they're like kind of neck and neck in pretty much every category except winning, which is what.
And this is why I say you Jordan fans are so disingenuous and y'all just hate. Y'all don't use logic. Y'all don't use actual facts. Y'all just use emotion, what you feel, what you think. There's no facts given. To be so honest, comparing Jordan and LeBron as players, they aren't equal or even in a bunch of categories. One's better than the other majority of the time in a lot of the categories. It all comes down to what you value in your best basketball player. And in my opinion, I had this thought when I was 13, and it always explained why I like LeBron more than a Kobe or more than a Michael Jordan. As a guy that played basketball, as a guy that had to be either the best player on some teams or a role player on others. If there was a guy I wanted to play basketball with, whether it was organized ball, school ball, AAU, or just going to the gym, the YMCA, I would 100 times out of 100 rather play with LeBron than Michael Jordan. I would much rather play with the guy that wants to make the right play versus the nigga that'll punch me at practice. Let's be honest. That's really what this comes down to. Who do you want to play with more? Pause. That's crazy. But I'm just saying, I don't value niggas that will punch me in practice. What are we doing? I'm here to play basketball. What you punching me for over basketball, gang? We on the same team. But that's just me.
The ultimate goal of an NBA player is to win. And if you and I'm looking at two guys, one who's won more than the other, with pretty much the same stats. And yeah, LeBron's playing 22 years. Michael Jordan played 14 or 15. There's like going to be some discrepancies there. But the fact of the matter is that he played 6 years less and has more accolades, relatively the same amount of stats. I just think if we're going to look at two players who are so close, which is why we're having this debate, why not let it come down to, at the end of the day, who was holding the trophy at the end of the season? Michael Jordan did it 6 times in 6 tries.
Yeah, you mentioned it's
24
hard.
seconds.
God, Jesus. You mentioned that it's hard to win in the modern NBA, make three-peats. That is true. You made it sound like the modern NBA is the same as when Michael Jordan was, like the modern NBA started in 1990. It didn't.
I think it did.
It just straight up not. We're in such a different world than we were in the 90s. Back then, there was way less player movement. It was way easier to make your team and keep them together. We know he had the best team. He's part of that, but he had an amazing supporting cast. The reason LeBron has to cycle through teammates, it's hard to build a good team today when you're not a homegrown, draft all your stars type of team. You can't. Elongated success is harder.
Well, I'm just going to say this. LeBron James, he spent most of the 80s getting...
Whoa. Did the buzzer not sound? Why is this nigga talking? What happened to the buzzer? Niggas can just talk after the buzzer now? This nigga not going to intervene? Crazy.
His ass whooped by Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, all these guys had every opportunity in the world to leave Chicago and join any of those teams to make sure they had better players around him. But he stuck it out in Chicago. They developed the team. They put players around him that they can win. And then he won 6 in a row outside of his little gambling era. But then, I say that to say, with LeBron at the buzzer, he's soft.
His ass was under contract. He did not have every opportunity.
He almost went to the Knicks. I do. Thank you for your service. Okay, this next topic is controversial. LeBron James is one of the clutchest players of all time.
We meet again.
Hello. Welcome back.
Knew I didn't trust this nigga. You see how he said that? Don't trust that at all. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest.
Clutch what? Not clutch at the free throw line. Maybe he had some clutch performances, but let's bring up the biggest moments of LeBron James' career, and let's continue to talk about winning like my brother Nelson did. Miami Heat, biggest shot of the series that got them to Game 7, Jesus Shuttlesworth. Game 7 against Warriors, and my guy, Stephen Curry, that's ingrained in my memory, Kyrie Irving. And who passed him the ball? LeBron, because it wasn't his moment. Whenever it's time and it really counts and it comes down to it, he's passing the ball because he shies away from the last shot. Please don't go to some regular season game where no one is watching. Let's talk about the biggest moments when being clutch matters.
Let's make
he
80%
doesn't
of the
have
game
the ball in
irrelevant.
his hand.
Okay.
Well, what matters the most?
Keep on, sorry. Keep on.
The last shot or the ones that happened before? I placed the value on a shot that got them to win. Talk to me.
Again, similar to last time you argued.
I don't like this nigga's disposition. I don't like his lips. That's what it is. It's this nigga's lips. I was over here trying to think. That's why I didn't say nothing. I'm over here trying to think, why don't I like this nigga? It's his lips. Let's not act like 2018 Bron didn't go on a crazy run in the playoffs, just clutch bucket after clutch bucket, game winners, all types of shit, one-man army. Even a young LeBron had a playoff game winner against the Magic in, 2009, 2010, one of those years. He's definitely had clutch moments, big moments his entire career. Just because you don't hit a clutch big shot in the finals doesn't mean you aren't clutch. And I'm sorry, being clutch is definitely way more than just hitting a shot. It's making the right play. If you want to talk about the shot, let's also talk about the block, because clutch matters on both sides of the basketball, offense and defense. So even in the situation you want to use when you say, well, Kyrie Irving hit the big shot in the moment, guess what? It wouldn't have been a moment if LeBron's big clutch moment of the block never happened. But continue with your hate. Evil mustard. It's spicy mustard, nigga. This is crazy.
Dude, that would be real great if we stopped thinking about basketball 15 years ago. How do you get to the last shot? How do you keep these games competitive? Everything leads up to it. And real quick, did that question say one of the most clutch players or one of the most clutch last shot shooters?
I would say this is about being clutch at the end. That's how
Yeah.
clutch is mostly defined. No one's really talking
Yeah.
about it before in the first, second, and third quarter.
Oh, I'm not talking
There
about
is
either.
a clutch time stat, too. I think it's the final 5 minutes of
It
the
is.
fourth
So
quarter.
let's define
It
it by
is.
that then.
Okay, yeah, the
All
clutch
right.
player.
Yeah.
What is involved in offense? Passing and shooting, setting up others for good shots and shooting the shot yourself. So I'm not going to let you pretend that playmaking is irrelevant and that setting up open shooters is not good. It is. LeBron has taken his fair share of difficult, tough shots at the end of this too. I think the stat is he's like 7 for 12 on these last second shots in playoffs, which, cool, he can do that too. If you want to say other guys did it more often than him or in flashier ways that you remember more because it was in a big game on national TV and what you were watching, great. I, for one, have the privilege of having the internet. And I know that not everything that I didn't see some of it still happened, even though I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And he has good clutch numbers, so I won't pretend that's not the case. But also the harping on the fact that he passes the ball to people as if it's a negative is ridiculous. The smartest players know the smartest shots aren't always contested step back shots because you want to be the one to take it. If you have a 40% corner 3-point shooter, you give him the ball. And you said maybe he has some clutch performances in the beginning to downplay it. Yeah, maybe he has a lot of them. Maybe he averages 34 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists in closeout games. Maybe not. I don't know. But I think yes. So I'm not going to pretend that's just a throwaway and you could just like toss it aside and be like, what about free throws? Because the good stuff actually matters, not just the bad stuff.
So you talked about playmaking. But let's talk about those.
I don't trust any nigga that walks out the house without picking their hair. That's what it is. I thought it was the lips. Any nigga who knows he's going to be on camera and says, fuck that pick, I don't trust him. That's what it is. I got you, chat.
Plays, because you said you have the internet. Me too. So we can easily go and look at these moments. He didn't pass Ray the ball. That was a tip out. So shout out to Chris Bosh.
Good for
LeBron
him.
was nowhere near that play. He actually missed the shot before it. Then we could go to him setting up Kyrie Irving. He didn't play make. He just gave him the ball and shot away. You remember the Olympics?
I do.
Who he gave the ball to?
Steph Curry.
And you saw what Steph did?
He's bad.
Hit a clutch 3. That won them the gold medal, and he was robbed of that Olympic MVP too. Don't even get me started there. So in the biggest moments of LeBron's career, on the international stage or on the NBA stage, it is not him making the play, and it is not him making the shot. He has to rely on other people. And that's
Sure.
okay.
If you pretend his career is wrapped up into 2 plays, then you got it.
3 plays.
Oh, 3. Sorry. There we go. Especially the one that didn't happen in the NBA, too. Got to count that one. The one that's not relevant.
It is a global game, and the United States needed that victory.
There we
and,
go.
And what would be remembered if they finished in 2nd place or 3rd place, right? If they got that silver medal, that would be a bigger stain on his career than any of his other losses. So don't count out the Olympics. It only happens once every 4 years.
Okay, there you go. You can have your Olympics talk in which LeBron won, so I'm glad.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
All right, let's get factual because you can't.
Oh, chat. Wow. Should we skip this part? Jesus Christ. What do they got her talking about? Oh, clutch. Oh, she's about to yap. Chat, she's about to yap. Let's go ahead and get I'm taking this goal down. You know what I realized? When I set a goal, you niggas say, fuck it. Y'all don't fuck with the goals. I realized that. Chat, I understand it now. Let's get that goal out of here. Y'all hate goals.
Can't dispute facts, right?
I cannot.
All right. So
Do you have the facts written down?
Oh, maybe. Maybe just little pointers, but here's
This motherfucker brought notes to a debate? That's crazy. He don't got notes. That's why it's unfair.
I have PEDs. This is crazy. I didn't know we could have notes.
I just wanted to get specific because I know like Bronzexual is really just kind of
Yeah, bad memory. Yeah, you remind me.
And so we're gonna go over LeBron's 4-6 records finals. Let's talk about him in the last 24 seconds. The actual stats.
The last 24 seconds?
Yes.
Of the game?
Oh yeah.
24 seconds is so arbitrary. But go ahead, tell me about the last 24 seconds.
All right, final four, 24
Very
seconds.
random number.
Ready?
Yep.
0-7.
In 24 seconds.
And in the finals, final 10 seconds, 0-5. Final 5 seconds, 0-4. A buzzer beater, which he only had one, so his games aren't even close. 0-1. A clutch player finishes those plays. You give Michael Jordan the ball, he finishes.
Wait, what stats did she just read? Wait. When was this? The last dating back since when? What is she talking about?
Maybe just little pointers, but here's
Why can't I have PEDs? This is crazy. I didn't know we could have notes.
I just wanted to get specific because I know like Bronzexual is really just kind of
yeah, bad memory. Yeah, you remind me.
And so we're gonna go over LeBron's 4-6 records finals. Let's talk about him in the last 24 seconds.
Okay, so this is his stats specifically in the finals in the last 24, 10, and 5 seconds in the finals. Okay, I'm with her now. All right.
Actual stats.
The last 24 seconds?
Yes.
Of the game?
Oh yeah.
24 seconds is so arbitrary. But go ahead, tell me about the last 24 seconds.
All right, final four, 24
Very
seconds.
random number.
Ready?
Yep.
0-7.
In 24 seconds.
And in the finals, final 10 seconds, 0-5. Final 5 seconds, 0-4. A buzzer beater, which he only had one, so his games aren't even close. 0-1. A clutch player finishes those plays. You give Michael Jordan the ball, he finishes the play. You give LeBron the ball, he'll give it to someone else. When you're a clutch player, you don't do that. Not to mention multiple polls done by The Athletic. No one's ever voted. His peers have never voted for him to be a top 5 clutch player in the NBA. How are you going to call him a clutch player if his peers don't even think so?
When are those Athletic?
These are some of the worst arguments I've ever heard in my life. She is making the women's look horrible. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. She's making the ladies look bad. What are we doing here, bro?
Pull start.
Every time, bro. Man. Am I tweaking? Hello? I'm about to say, bro, what the fuck? Was it gonna play the ad? There we go.
How old was LeBron 2-3 years ago?
I think that
Was he in his
it
prime?
comes from everyone.
Was he in his prime?
They put his teammates.
Was he in his prime? I don't believe so.
He just won a championship like 3 years ago.
Oh,
That was a Mickey-
time's flying. That's like 5 seasons ago now. It's 4.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, irrelevant. Listen, 24 seconds is a lovely number when you're looking to find the exact number you needed to find no shots. If you expand to what clutch time actually is, the last 5 minutes when you're leading up to wins, obviously those numbers are going to be better. So, shout out finding the perfect number for the stat.
Could you give me a buzzer beater or a clutch shot that he has hit?
Again, the fact that we're saying clutch shots, like where you have to have one single shot, isn't what clutch actually is. I can give you plenty of games in which he came up clutch in an elimination game, in which he had fourth quarter performances and went crazy. Obviously, Game 6 versus Boston is the one everyone talks about, where he came out and simply destroyed them. Obviously, 2016 Game 7 finals, defensively and offensively, two-way performance. Trying to narrow it down to one shot in the last 10 seconds is just pushing it into a direction that isn't actually, showing what clutch is in basketball.
See, that's the thing with LeBron. We always redefine that line of clutch.
You picked the line.
We had to redefine it for him because he doesn't meet the overall standard of Michael Jordan. So
if you can pick a line, I can pick a line. So we can just go back and forth picking standards.
Isaac, do you think fans are cherry picking or haters are cherry picking stats right now?
That's what they got
And she's built like a door. Jesus Christ.
to do. I mean, I respect the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do think people.
I respect a good hater at heart.
People do forget that a block in the clutch.
Ah, this nigga. You know what it is? You know what I don't like this nigga? You know what it is? You know why I don't like him? What was that one nigga's name that ran with Nick Briz? Y'all know exact. Carlos. This nigga looks like Carlos, and I can't stand him. That's what it is. I'm trying to think what it is about this nigga I can't stand. This nigga looks like Carlos, and it bugs the fuck out of me. Oh my God. That's what it is. This nigga looks so much like Carlos, and it just burns a hole in my stomach, my nigga.
Is still a clutch play.
Okay, before I start, I just want to say it's getting like really hot in here.
Another outfit change.
It's so hot. Like you guys gotta put up the AC a little bit, you know. So all these people are talking and all this stuff. I want to let you talk a little bit. Like, what's your definition of clutch?
Clutch is making the right plays, leading to efficient offense when it matters most. When the game is on the line, making the plays that will decide you get a victory.
So, like, my definition of clutch is being the best in the brightest moments. You think that's fair?
I think that's a little. I think I would ask more specificity on when the brightest moments are, but that's about the same.
I would say
thing.
in the playoffs, finals. You know, his 4-6 record.
Okay.
So, what about the Dallas Mavericks? Like, what do you think about that series?
Terrible. That's the biggest blight on his career.
Yeah.
And you got that. I think that's an actual terrible mark, and I won't pretend it's not. I just wouldn't pretend it's the end-all be-all. I wouldn't let somebody's career of any sort, any player, be defined by one bad week.
So you would say he wasn't clutch in that series?
God, no. No.
So he's not clutch then?
If you only were alive for 2011, then sure.
Okay, so
But I had the privilege of continuing to live after that, so I
let's
wouldn't
also
say that.
talk about how he almost lost to a rookie Jason Tatum.
How he
a
almost
sophomore.
lost.
Yeah, almost lost.
But he didn't.
Game 7 though.
But he won the
to
game.
a rookie Jason Tatum who averaged 14 points a game.
I thought the game was about to win. He won the game.
Yeah, against a rookie Jason Tatum was that impressive.
But did he win?
He did win, but
all that matters is winning. Am I right?
Yeah.
Y'all are dangerously close.
Okay.
So let me get this right. Because a rookie Jason Tatum took him to 7, say I'll be all for his career. That means Russell Westbrook is ass because he lost to a rookie Donovan Mitchell. He didn't even go 7 games. He lost to him. So in future arguments, because of multiverse Carlos, I'm going to say, well, a rookie Donovan Mitchell beat him. Therefore, he can't be anything above whatever the bar of what player I'm arguing for is. Got you.
Hey, let's also talk about the Kyrie
that
shot.
nonsense.
A game that he won?
Let's talk about the Kyrie shot.
The game that he won?
No, Kyrie won that game. Let's talk about Ray Allen. He won that game. So that's like
1v12?
So that's like 2 rings right there.
Kyrie's the GOAT
If
then.
they didn't make those shots, he would have 2 rings.
If
We wouldn't be here right now if Ray Allen and Kyrie ever didn't make those.
That nigga even argues like Carlos.
Kyrie can beat the Golden State Warriors by himself, put him in the Hall of Fame today. You got it.
Oh, he's
a
definitely going to the Hall of
GOAT.
Fame. Come on now,
He's the
Kyrie
GOAT,
Irving.
apparently.
Okay, let's talk about. Okay, so he would have 2 rings without 2 shots. Let's also talk about Kyle Kuzma, how he passed him the ball during the bubble to make that.
Let's talk
game-winning
about
shot.
Kyle Kuzma, a sentence I did not expect to hear today. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell me more about it.
But Kyle Kuzma made the last shot. I think it was in the bubble of playoffs. He made
Good
the
for
last
him.
shot.
Can you look me in the eye and tell me Kyle Kuzma is the reason they won the 2020 championship?
Kyle Kuzma is the reason why they
You're
won the
smiling your
2020
ass off.
championship.
Look at you grinning. Look at you grinning.
Yeah, so Michael Jordan's way more clutch. Let's talk about the Jazz. Okay, the timer's up. Never mind.
Let's talk about Steve Kerr. Because everyone wants to talk about clutch. Like one of Jordan's biggest moments of his career isn't him passing the ball to Steve Kerr to win a ring. I wonder if niggas would do that. I wonder if we want to do that. Do we want to do that? Do we really want to do that?
But yeah, Michael Jordan's more clutch.
All right. He was doing well, but Kyle Kuzma threw me for a loop. Everything was going well.
All right, I'm a hater, but I wanted to show you some love. Hopefully I could change your opinion, so I got you a gift.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Bribery?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's
Damn, I
LeBron.
hate this gift.
But also check the back. Check the back. It's a very important stat. 4 and 6.
I hate this gift even more.
Yeah. I would define a clutch player as like the most important series than playing good. Somehow, some way, Jordan went 6-0. Surprisingly, like LeBron has had 6 losses in the finals and only 4 wins.
Do you find it to be more impressive to lose in the first round or the second round or the third round to lose in the finals?
Again, I thought we were talking about clutch player. You just said before that we don't
Do you
define
find
clutch
it
player.
more impressive to lose early in the playoffs or later?
I thought we were talking about clutch players, so let's stick to the top.
So you don't have an answer?
Not when it comes to what we were talking about. Do you want to talk about clutch players or something irrelevant?
You see what happened? Something I noticed about the people who don't answer questions because they don't want to get steered off of whatever childish point they're on. they can't really argue that. They can't really argue it. So whatever they have in their mind, they have to stick to that train of thought. Because if you steer them off of it, and now they're answering questions they're not expected to answer, they'll get pigeonholed and cornered into arguing dumb shit and being exposed. So he's not even going to attempt to answer because he knows if we're talking about niggas want to bring up finals records like that's to say all be all. But man, let's not talk about first round exits, second round exits, third round exits. Like, I don't know. Magically, that doesn't absolve niggas from the record. Jordan only played 6 years. Jordan's career was only 6 years long, apparently. Crazy.
Would you like me to get to my point?
You could try if it has to do with the prompt.
Would you find it more impressive to lose in the first round? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Would you find it more impressive to go into a game series against the Pistons in Game 5 and shoot 8 shots and get shut down? Is that clutch?
No. I mean,
no, everybody has. I say to say, everybody has their lowlights. You can pick and choose which ones you want to talk about. If you find it less impressive because LeBron's lowlights came in the finals, whereas Jordan's came in the first or second round, and you want to say you should never lose on the brightest stage, well, I think you should get to the brightest stage. And how about that? Like, you can pick and choose how much you want to decide somebody's lowlights are worse. In reality, everybody has them. You're not defined by them unless you're Joel Embiid. These guys both have highs, lows. I won't pretend that his lows are worse because he happened to get further with less.
Football season already and not a
Darius, you know what's crazy? I'm not a scammer. I just didn't know what I was buying. But thanks to you, I was able to watch that Laker game on YouTube, buddy. I appreciate you, bro. You're a dope guy. You're a dope fella.
I define a clutch player as when it comes down to the final series. Also, not to mention, LeBron has to go jump from team to team. He's a glorified Patrick McCaw. Jordan never left any team. Whatever team he went to, he stuck it out and he won multiple championships. 6 championships.
Pick and choose which ones you want to talk about. If you find it less impressive because LeBron's lowlights came in the finals, whereas Jordan's came in the first or second round, and you want to say you should never lose on the brightest stage, well, I think you should get to the brightest stage. And how about that? Like, you can pick and choose how much you want to decide somebody's lowlights are worse. In reality, everybody has them. You're not defined by them unless you're Joel Embiid. These guys both have highs, lows. I won't pretend that his lows are worse because he happened to get further with less.
I'm not going to go and just start glorifying someone that lost in the finals. I define a clutch player as when it comes down to the final series. Also, not to mention, LeBron has to go jump from team to team. He's a glorified Patrick McCaw. Jordan never left any team.
That's insane.
Whatever team he went to, he stuck it out and he won multiple championships, 6 championships. LeBron goes to a team, strips every asset away, and still doesn't win in the finals. I would hope if he created his own team that he'd be able to make it to the finals.
Yeah, well, not everybody has the privilege of being drafted to a competent organization that drafts a Scottie Pippen.
Not everyone had the privilege of getting drafted in the league where niggas signed 10-year deals. What are we talking about? Not everybody had the mentality of an old withered slave. Oh, well, Massa drafted me, so I gotta stay here. A hook. Fuck out of here with that old Negro logic, bruh. Fuck out of here. It is the new era, you know. We done with the 90s. We done with the staying on one team. That's like sitting here saying, if your bitch cheating on you, you should stick it out and stay with her. No, nigga. Find you a new bitch. What are we talking about? Let's be honest here.
Goes and gets a Dennis Rodman and makes it a legit
You build.
team.
People want to play with Jordan.
Do you think LeBron stayed for 2 years and left? No, he gave the Cleveland Cavaliers a chance. They were incompetent.
So what happened in Miami?
He won 2 championships in Miami.
Why did he leave Miami?
Because Dwayne Wade's knees fell apart.
Okay, so exactly. He left because he wanted a better team. He's just going to jump every time. He stripped the Lakers of every single asset. And guess what? He's just going to leave again because that's all he does.
Last time I checked, they didn't trade an arm, leg, thigh, and they dick to get LeBron. That was to get AD. LeBron signed there. He didn't strip them of nobody. What are we talking about? 2 Eyes is insane. Hey, man, my hands are out for the donations to get me YouTube Premium, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
I won't pretend it's noble to lose amongst poverty and play next to a bunch of crappy players. I won't pretend that gives him points because he's nice and brave about toughing it out. I don't really care.
All right, so we could just jump from team to team. I'll win every.
I'm keeping this. Don't pretend I.
No. It's for the haters. It's for the haters, not for you. Right. He does destroy every team, but that sacrifice is a title. So,
if I could win 2 championships and be mid for 5 years after, I'm taking that every year.
Next topic. LeBron James is responsible for the super team. Seems like a no-brainer to me.
Let's go.
There's no way this is a fucking argument. There's no way. bro uses no level of ad block. I don't use any level of ad block. Sorry.
Back to back.
How is he not? I mean, we just spoke about it before.
Want me to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'd love for you to.
Well, we pretend the Celtics didn't make a super team 2 years before he did. That's one reason. The real reason for the super team is because modern free agency promotes player movement. There's more talent today. You have to compile talent to win. Back in the day, there was obviously less talent, like I said, and the way the rules are made, you didn't often see stars come together like that. In the modern NBA, when it's harder and harder to win, it simply became a necessity. Just because he was on the front lines of that and was the second team to do it in this era doesn't mean he created it. He's not a GM, as most people want to say he is. He wasn't the GM of the Miami Heat, I'll tell you that for sure. You think Pat Riley was listening to him calling shots? No.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I
that's
think
not
so.
reality. But either way, it's just a symptom of the
factually
modern
untrue.
NBA and the new rules that were created and the new just reality of how you win a game. And he wasn't the first, like I said. The Celtics, the Lakers got 2 Hall of Famers at the peak of their prime. Teams had, again, not the peak of their prime, the peak of the Lakers' prime. Those Hall of Famers were washed, obviously. But, you know, it wasn't the first time.
Oh wait, y'all got hit with double ads? Oh, is that what happened? No way y'all getting double. No way y'all getting double added. Man, crazy. It's almost like if niggas super chatted, I wouldn't have to have ads. Yeah, I'm one of them streamers now, nigga. Yeah, I'm tapping pockets.
And we've seen lots of star names get put together.
You're talking about general managers making trades to go create teams. Kevin Garnett was traded to the Celtics. I think they just came together naturally. LeBron talks about recruiting players openly. He created the first ever super team, and what happened right after? Kevin Durant followed in suit. There's a lot of other superstars that are just following in suit for what LeBron started.
So the Celtics aren't a super team because they traded for Kevin Garnett and didn't sign him?
I don't know if they recruited players. LeBron himself said that he recruited Chris Bosh, and
What do
he
you mean that
went
you don't know if
and
they
he spoke to
recruited
Dwayne Wade. He said that he spoke to Dwayne Wade, and they all were like, "Let's go to Miami."
As free agents should. That has little bearing on if the Celtics were a super team or not. Just because that super team was traded for rather than signed.
Also, what
is
about
entirely
multiple
irrelevant.
super teams?
What about it?
The Lakers. He did the same thing multiple times. It's not a.
How many? Whoa. How many super teams has LeBron been on? Whoa. We can say Miami's one. Niggas would like to argue the 2017 Cavs. I gave you bread and you still got the ads. I told you what happened, nigga. But if we're talking about Cleveland, I guess niggas would say the 2017 Cavs, but that's a reach. Not that many people would call them a super team. And then we talking about the Lakers. I don't think the Lakers were a super team in 2020. So what are we talking about? Nigga said Cleveland. Was Cleveland a super team? I guess.
A coincidence that he's the first person to start.
No one's calling the Lakers a super team.
Are you telling me that Paul Pierce called up Kevin Garnett and Rondo and they're like, well, let's all go to Boston and create a super team over there? Isn't that the definition of
I
a
don't have
super
their
team?
phone logs, but I have
mean,
a
LeBron
feeling
said
that Paul
himself
Pierce
that
was
it's
involved
correct.
in recruiting Kevin Garnett. Yes, that's not a novel idea.
I don't think so. I think they just traded a bunch of assets.
LeBron invented communication? I don't think so.
I don't think he
I
invented
think players talked before that.
I don't know if he invented it. I think LeBron perfected it.
Probably. He's a hell of a
Draymond
recruiter.
Green was crying in the parking lot calling up Kevin Durant.
Not only is LeBron James responsible for the super team, he is responsible for the detriment of the NBA when we talk about player mobility, right? You can talk about the Celtics and the Lakers, all of that. That stuff happened because GMs were bad at their job. What LeBron did,
Sounds like a good move to me.
what LeBron did influenced everybody. He allowed Kevin Durant to feel free enough to be like, yeah, let me go to the Warriors. Not only does LeBron think of himself as the GOAT, he thinks of himself as a leader among.
With that argument, then could I say if Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley, and Hakeem won on that old man Rockets team, would that have influenced other players to then leave their teams in the late 90s and early 2000s to form super teams? I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. Or is that how it works? I don't know. But saying that LeBron enabled Kevin Durant like the big three Celtics didn't enable LeBron is crazy. This isn't even a chicken or the egg scenario. One legitimately came first. We seen what came first, but people want to ignore it because they only won one title and broke down because of health. It's kind of weird. I feel like if the Celtics would have won more than just that one ring, even though they won the 2 finals, if they would have won more than just one ring, people would definitely attribute them to being the birth of the super team era. If we're being honest.
Amongst men. He thinks of himself as the big dog in the NBA.
king.
Exactly. The chosen one, right? He chose to go to Miami and show everybody, if I can do it, so can you. And now we have guys like Paul George thinking that he can jump from team to team and make super teams. LeBron James is making Paul George feel like he can do that. Every player in the league thinks that they can do it, and it all stems from LeBron James choosing to call Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and be like, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's do this. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to build, right? I don't want to do that. I want to go from team to team, and as soon as I see that my buddy's knees are gone, I'm leaving you high and dry.
Few things. What I'm sensing is you just do not respect Paul George or Kevin Durant, and you wanted a mic to get that shit off your chest. And I respect it. Go ahead, let us know.
Type shit.
Fair.
It's not about them, but you know.
Yeah, it is.
You know
okay.
me. You know me.
Secondly, if you're telling me that LeBron's biggest influence on this world is that he made teams realize that they can make dope ass teams and be really good at basketball, am I supposed to take that as a negative? Oh fucking no. Boo hoo. I think I'll live. And yeah, I just don't think that that's a negative. And there's one more thing you said that I wanted to respond to that was hilarious. Oh, you said he doesn't want to stay and build with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Are you under the impression that we need to be nicer to billionaires? Because Dan Gilbert tried. He gave him time, and eventually Dan Gilbert and his front office failed miserably. And he said, I'd show you no loyalty. I'm going to go to a place where my career will be prioritized and handled the right way. I'm personally not of the opinion that we need to be nicer to those guys. I think if they're incompetent and do a bad job at the teams they run, these players should say, go fuck yourself. I'm going to go build a good team.
Two things. One.
No. Should we be nicer to billionaires?
No.
Should we be nicer to billionaires?
Two things. I don't defend Dan Gilbert for anything. Oh. And then two, just say you hate competition. Just say you hate that, right? The basis of the NBA,
I hate people who have never competed at a high. Let me stop because I don't know this nigga's background. Let me shut the fuck up. This is probably a D1 fucking sprinter. Let me shut up. Stop acting like I'm say all beyond what niggas do.
The NBA was ruined for years because we knew coming into the season the Warriors were going to win. LeBron doesn't want that setup. He built super teams.
The clock rang. I'm not hearing it.
He gets his last sentence off. That's a little immoral.
Exactly.
It's unethical. He gets his last sentence off.
Exactly.
I don't have to hear it.
All right, fair enough, too. That's also fair.
Instead of inventing a super team, LeBron productized a super team. Do you remember the
Who is this nigga? What was he? He was waiting for this topic specifically? Oh, this nigga came to ball. Wait, I'm saying this nigga is. Let me shut up. I don't want to get canceled.
Do you remember that time?
I do.
Do you remember when he embarrassed himself on national television
Not
in
one,
front
not
of
two,
a
not
nice
three.
group of children at the Greenwich YMCA?
I do remember that.
Do you remember that?
I remember when you brought a lot of money to that organization too that night.
Did he?
He did.
That's interesting. Were any of them Knicks fans in the crowd? Do you think he broke any of their hearts? Do you think he had any consideration for who was sitting in the crowd that night?
No, I think he's ruthless.
I think he is too. Great, you're making my point.
Yeah.
So I think he's about himself, and he needs people around him to make him better and kind of elevate him. And so if you saw, and I'm hoping they're showing right now, the presentation.
I really need people to understand. I hate that point of he needs people to make him better. Like, Jordan didn't have multiple Hall of Famers on his side to win.
That they had after the decision when they decided to become a super team. You remember that? That was pretty embarrassing, right?
Bit cringe. I think I'll give you that.
Yeah, so I would
Didn't
say,
age well.
in addition to drawing like the media attention to himself and ruining those little kids' lives, right? He also decided to put himself on an own pedestal and present himself to the world, I would say. And so I don't think you can argue that he didn't not only just productize and make this thing a thing, but he also kind of put himself completely out there on the global stage.
He might have made bad marketing a thing. He might have ruined the perception of the star and how they market themselves and build their brand. You can have it. Nothing to do with the super team. So I respect the opinion. And if we're going to go with he hates Knicks children, specifically Knicks fans' children, I think we should all hate more Knicks fans' children. I think we should make this like a common theme that we find the closest Knicks fan child and we tell them we hate them.
Let's get up.
And
Let's
we
get
tell
up.
them that their sports fandom is worthless in this world. I think we need to be meaner to kids.
I'm happy to start the fire.
I second that. I am all for bullying Knick fan kids, kid Knick fans. Fuck them. Fuck them kids. I'm all for that.
Let's go.
Okay, good. So this is a great segment into what I really didn't like about.
Who is this nigga? Where are these niggas spawning from?
The whole LeBron situation. I mean, if you're going to create a whole presentation about saying, you know, not 2, not 3, not 4, and we're going to get all the way up to, I think it was maybe 8, 7 or 8, and just to come up empty-handed after that is pretty embarrassing to me. And in my opinion, if you're going to go up there and you're going to say those numbers, you know, you better damn well go up there and complete and get to whatever number you thought you were going to get to. I have a lot of respect for people or players that will take a chance and either stay on a team and try and win with that team, or potentially go to a different team that is not stacked up or has all this superstar talent. And if they go there and then win with that team. So
that's literally what LeBron has done. If we talk about him leaving the Miami Heat, he didn't go to a Cavaliers team that was a playoff team. They were bottom feeders. They formed something. When you talk about him going to the Lakers, we were a rebuilding team. He formed something. He never pulled a Kevin Durant and went to an already established team. He didn't pull a Paul George and go to an already established team. He's not pulling a James Harden and going to an already established team. At no point does LeBron leave a situation and go to a situation that is deemed better than the one he's at. You point out the team he went to after leaving the Heat, where he goes to a situation that is currently at that time better than the one he's at. It doesn't happen. What are we talking about?
A lot of the respect that I've had for LeBron definitely did come with the Cavaliers win. But again, that came with now restacking the roster. You know, in a situation for that decision, for that night when he went on camera, it was like, let's have a decision. It was a whole premiere. I mean, that's kind of just really ridiculous. You know, my GOAT Jordan would probably never do that. And as a matter of fact, if he went up there and said he was going to win 8 times, he damn well was winning 8 times. And I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. I think the biggest difference is that people feared Michael Jordan rather than they just kind of respect LeBron. And to make a spectacle like that when you go up there, and again, just kind of brag that you automatically, before you even play a game, think that you guys are the best team, you're going to win, 5, 6 straight, I think is just unfair, and it's not good for the whole league in general.
I will always rather be respected than feared, because if niggas are just scared of you, all it takes is one instance or one moment for them to realize that fear is unnecessary, and then they'll test you. But if a nigga respects you, unless you just do some hoe shit, unless you just a bitch, they gonna respect you, good, bad, happy, sad, and they gonna want to compete. That's, I don't know, man. This whole, they were scared of Jordan. They're not scared of LeBron. All right, buddy. You salute like this. I'm not trying to hear what you got to say.
And just to piggyback off of that, I think that it made more players feel like they can do that. And the biggest example is KD losing 3-1 and then going and joining.
Joey, there's no way niggas thought he was dead ass serious about winning 8 championships. That's just not realistic. But even if he thought they were going to win 8, they won 2. I don't, like, man, niggas ain't heard of selling fights. And you know what's crazy? That's the problem. LeBron did that shit one era too soon. Because I promise you, had he done that after Conor McGregor just made it fun to yap and sell fights, I don't think it would have been an issue. I don't. Niggas sold it. He was selling the team, selling the moment. I'm with it. I sell fights myself.
Joining the Warriors, the whole can't beat him, join him thing, like, I feel like that really all stemmed from the fact that LeBron stacked up the team, thought that he could be unbeatable or they would be unbeatable, so that allowed other players to think that it's acceptable to kind of go there and do that.
This nigga's
football season already and not a satellite dish in.
This nigga's argument of Kevin Durant stacked the deck because LeBron stacked the deck. Their moves weren't even the same. It wasn't the same at all. It wasn't the same situation. It wasn't the same reasoning. Nothing, and it didn't have the same ending. I hate that argument. I hate people justifying Kevin Durant by saying, oh, well, Kevin Durant broke the rules because LeBron showed you it was okay. Like, shut up, bro.
There's no nobility in taking the toughest route and losing. It's just not anything that anybody should strive for. You can't, on one hand, tell me winning is everything. We should do whatever we can to win, and then be like, oh no, but make it harder. Like, pick a side. Should they do everything to win, or should he be noble and be so brave about staying with a terrible team? Because if you want to prioritize winning and want him to be a winning player and all this stuff, him and Mo Williams were not walking through those doors with rings. It wasn't going to happen. He gave them plenty of time. He stayed there for 7 years, gave them plenty of chances to build a contender, and what's the best they did? Bring in a washed up Shaq. It wasn't working. You would have had way more criticism of him if
Wash Shaq, wash Ben Wallace, Antoine Jameson, when he was still a little serviceable, but it was still the tail end of Antoine Jameson. He came in with Big Z and Varejao, but that was Big Z and Varejao. Larry Hughes at one point. They went and got Mo Williams, but Mo Williams was not some just, at least from my knowledge, Mo Williams was just not this elite or high-class guard. If anything, he got better playing with LeBron. He became an all-star playing with LeBron James. I think the only time he's been an all-star is playing alongside LeBron James. So Mo Williams is probably the best player outside of Antoine Jameson. That first era Cavs got him. And if we're going to sit there and say if that's all he needed, or that's all you would need to be competitive, I guess, my nigga.
If he stayed there and just lost over and over again, you wouldn't have been like, oh, he's so brave. He's so for Cleveland. Good for him. You would have been like, this guy sucks. He's never going to win a championship. He has nothing on Jordan. And you said he did the whole spectacle thing, not 1, not 2, not 3. Again, I'm not up here saying that he is the most humble NBA player of all time. Humility is not a measure of success for me right now. I don't care.
Yeah, but Jordan was way more humble than LeBron
That is absolutely asinine. Jordan is...
That is an absolute lie. I don't know why niggas feel like it's okay to just get on camera and lie about shit, especially shit you probably wasn't even there for. There's no way I'm believing this nigga is in his mid-40s to be able to recall and remember everything Jordan was saying and the peak of his powers. No, bro. That nigga was not the most humble nigga ever. He was an asshole that punched teammates.
He's the least humble person I've ever seen.
Okay, time out. Sorry. Let me just retract. What I mean by that is he's obviously is confident in his abilities, which can still make you humble. You don't have to be arrogant and also be confident.
Jordan was arrogant. His confidence made him arrogant. People said he was people took his confidence for arrogance, and he was an arrogant basketball player and believed in his abilities and his philosophy. He absolutely was arrogant. He was not a humble, confident guy. What are we talking about?
At the same time,
the thing is, both these guys are the most arrogant people in the world. So we'll call that a draw.
I would say that Michael Jordan is. I would say Michael Jordan is just more confident in his abilities, and he knows what he's going to do. LeBron, I think, could be more considered arrogant.
I would say he's a well-documented.
I think it's in the back of your throat if you're about to say one's arrogant and the other's confident, when both are confident in so much, and they have so much confidence that it turns into arrogance because of how great they are. They both have that. A lot of the greats have that. Majority of the greats had that. Who are these Rudy Poos, bro?
And I respect him for it.
Next topic. LeBron's 2020 Lakers championship should have an asterisk.
Oh, brother.
And of course, it's fucking nigga versus Carlos. You seen him fucking trotting off the seat, happy as hell. Look at his teeth. Look at him, bro. Hold on. Look at him get up.
LeBron's
Look,
2020
he's smiling
Lakers
before it.
championship
Look at him.
should have an
Look at his face back there.
asterisk.
Look at him. Nigga versus Carlos, bro. Shit's insane. Oh shit. Up. Chat, I fucked up.
What you got to say?
I was reaching for my phone to read the super chat. I dropped my phone on my keyboard. I don't know what about to happen. Chat, I don't know what happened. Oh, did I skip up too far? No? I did. I did skip up too far. Damn it. Where am I at? Okay, we got the asterisk. All right, cool. We here. We good. Super chat. As a Clevelander, I was there. We was trying to win chips with Boobie Gibson. Can't blame him for leaving. Appreciate you, Quinn, for the Big 10. Come on, bro. This shit's muted. Look at him in silence. Ugh.
Let's go. He's back.
The Miami Heat in 2020 is the worst finals team of all time. What do you say about that?
I definitely think they were trash compared to most finals teams. So
Definitely trash.
I wouldn't say the worst of all time because there's a lot of years out there, so I wouldn't make that claim. But they weren't particularly strong.
So they had Jimmy Butler, who was what, a top 20 player, I would say, at the time.
No, let's give him credit. He was playing
Come
like
on,
a top 10
20.
player.
He can't really score. I mean, he scored in the playoffs. He could defend a little bit. He can't really do anything much. Bam Adebayo, okay, he's a top 10 center, and out of that, was Tyler Hero even playing too?
He was. That was like his strongest stretch of his career.
A top 100 player. Okay, so you have Anthony Davis was a top 10 player at the time. LeBron James, who was I'll say a top 5 player at the time, or you could say 1, 2, whatever.
Yeah, he's definitely top 5. Yeah.
Versus a top 20 player, a top 100 player, and a top 50 player.
Yeah.
So now niggas want to rewrite history like in that playoffs. That didn't birth the concept that Jimmy Butler becomes a top 10 player in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler undoubtedly was playing like a top 10 player in the NBA in that playoffs. So to say that, oh, well, he was a top 20 player because of the regular season, that's insane. Jimmy Butler was playing out of his fucking mind, and the Heat was hooping.
That championship should not count at all.
So because the competition's weak,
yeah, definitely.
I don't think this is a door you want to open.
Jordan had a verse.
I'll say that.
John Stockton, the top 5 point guard of all time. Karl Malone, the top 5 power forward of all time. He had a verse. Gary Payton, probably one of the best guard defenders ever. Sean Kemp.
Who didn't guard Jordan?
He had a verse. These really good teams. And then he versed Jimmy Butler, who's trash. I'm actually a bigger Jimmy Butler hater than freaking LeBron.
That's apparent. That's apparent.
Jimmy Butler is annoying. His team sucks. He's never going to win anything.
Hey, you just have to get off your chest and go for it.
I'm not going to lie. So LeBron had Anthony Davis, top 10. LeBron James, top 5 player.
Yeah.
How is that not an easy ring? How does that ring even count?
If your biggest point is that the 2020 ring deserves an asterisk because the championship was weak, because the team he played is
the
weak.
The finals team was weak.
We can do this with so many people. This is not a door
not
Jordan
really.
fans should want to go down.
I want you to name one. I want you to name another team.
Other teams who had weak finals appearances?
Yeah, definitely.
There's so many.
Oh, he can't name one, though. He can't
the Spurs beat the shitty Cavaliers.
Yeah, the Spurs beat the shitty Cavaliers. The Nuggets beat the Heat, too. I guess we're going to say Jokic's ring doesn't count.
The Nuggets suck?
No. The Nuggets beat the Heat.
What'd you say?
No, but this is me. I'm not involved. I mean, that was an absolutely ridiculous stance.
All right, cool. Every championship that's ever been won has been impressive.
Correct.
Right? Including the bubble, right? But the bubble...
Not true. Every championship is not impressive. There are some championships that definitely do deserve asterisks, and it's crazy how there are some championships that deserve more of an asterisk than the bubble ring.
Was probably, to me, the least impressive out of every championship that's ever been won. And I'm going to tell you why. And I've seen NBA players come on podcasts and talk about how the bubble was probably the hardest championship.
Yeah.
Because all the environment that they were in or whatever. That sounds like some rich people like champagne problem shit. You know what I mean? They were in a Disney hotel and maybe they didn't have the best meals or maybe they didn't have this, that, or whatever. They were all chilling. They didn't have nothing to worry about outside of going to practice and playing PS5, Xbox in their room.
I feel like this is super disingenuous if you take anyone who's done a certain thing a certain way their entire career and you put them in a completely different situation to do this exact same thing. I think you will always find a struggle and a difficulty. Case in point, if niggas took you as a content creator, guy right here in the Jets hat, and threw you in the middle of Westdekistan in some random ass building and told you to create the same content, but you couldn't see your family, you couldn't leave for X amount of days, but you got to stay here in this random ass hotel in this random ass place with these random arbitrary rules and create the same level of content, I guarantee you will walk out of that bitch in the next 3 months. 3 months later and be like, I ain't gonna hold you. That shit was tough. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't able to create the way that I usually am able to create because of the situation I was in and my surroundings. So that's super disingenuous to say, oh, these niggas is out here having first world problems. Oh, you had to have room service. Oh, all right, bro. This is crazy.
That's it. That's all they had to do. They were all able to just lock in on basketball, which should make their job really, really easy. Now, because a lot of these guys are not as focused as a seasoned guy like LeBron James, these guys were, while it might have been the ideal scenario for LeBron James to be able to lock in, a lot of these guys didn't have that. They were all worried about, Lou Will was out getting wings and women, you know what I mean, in Atlanta during the bubble. And then not to mention, everybody else across the league, if that's just one example, everybody else was in there not unfocused, if we're being real, because it was that much harder to be able to lock in on what really mattered, which is basketball. LeBron James.
So if everybody in the building is not able to lock in, so if the entire league's not able to lock in, except for the two niggas in the finals, and I ain't gonna lie to you, Jimmy looked pretty fucking locked in. So we're just gonna sit there and say that's not a example of mental fortitude. We're not going to sit there and say, oh, that's a plus on these guys. we're going to say that's an asterisk because of the rest of the league. Because the rest of the league isn't mentally tough. These two guys who are mentally tough should get points knocking off against them because they were able to have mental fortitude and lock in. These LeBron haters are so special, bro. They're so special to me. Some special people.
Had the opportunity to be able to lock in the way that he did because he is LeBron James. He's able to do that, but nobody else was able to do that. So he had a cakewalk to the finals. And getting there and going up against a lowly team like Jimmy Butler, who we hate. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, but being able and going up against them, it was by far the least impressive NBA title.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get there, but once he was there, bro, it was a layup. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear NBA players complain about like the conditions that they.
I will say 20 times out of 20, the 2018 ring was worse. The 2019 ring was worse. Can y'all tell me who won in 73? Exactly. Worse. Also, was every Jordan ring impressive? Let's really think about it. He beat a pedophile a couple times. Who else did he beat? Did he play he played the Supersonics. He played prehistoric Lob City. What are we talking about? Like he played the first iteration of Lob City, and we're supposed to say that's just some feat that's just so great. No, nigga, who won in 05? Exactly. What are we talking about, man? Like who won in 2005? Exactly, buddy. We're talking about one championships that got asterisks that don't mean much. What are we doing?
They had to play in and blah 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 blah. Yo, there are real people out there who went through a lot worse. You guys were playing basketball in Disney World. Cut it out.
Yeah, I mean, at the end you said LeBron was able to deal with that because he's LeBron and other people aren't like that.
Yeah.
You brush that aside like it's just like, yeah, he's LeBron, like it's not impressive.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he's him.
He was
He's
36 when this happened.
There's some old motherfuckers on all those teams who collapsed.
Yeah, I know, but they're not the star player. LeBron James was able to set the tone for his team, which I feel like I'm giving him credit for, and like I know
you are.
No, and that's okay though.
That's
okay.
my point.
No.
By the way, Chad, I know the Spurs won in 05. That is what Bezos likes to call a filler ring because who the fuck remembers the Spurs beating who in 05? The Pacers? Pistons? Pacers? Who did they beat in 05? I don't even know who they beat in 05. That's what's really making it crazy. Insane work. That shit's worse.
That's okay. I'm giving him credit for that, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it was like the most impressive thing that he's ever done.
I didn't say it was 2016, but he's built for tough environments, and he brought that to his team.
But that's the thing. That tough environment that you're talking about, like, oh, imagine locking in a fucking gym, going head-to-head with somebody. Yeah, bro, it's called practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone locks in the gym. We was watching Lil Wayne taking phantom puffs on the blunt from his crib. Nobody was in there watching the game. They were playing practice with one another.
Familiar with my sweet prince, Dom Toretto?
Of course.
Family is everything.
Yeah.
They couldn't see their family. Are you going to look me in the eye? Are you going to look in this camera? And are you going to tell the people that LeBron James' family doesn't matter?
LeBron James' family does matter. Happy birthday, Zuri. But what I will
Does Kawhi Leonard's family matter?
That's actually funny.
He needs to get on the court. But last thing I'm going to say is like you are lying to everyone in this room if you think that LeBron James' accommodations were the same as everybody else. Miss me with that shit. Yeah.
His hotel was very nice.
Okay, so I don't want to talk about mental fortitude, toughness.
Here goes
I just want to talk
spicy
about
mustard.
the point of an asterisk. Usually in sports, that's indicative of something being out of the norm. Were there 82 regular season games played that season?
There was not.
Was every team invited to the bubble?
Nope.
Okay.
The ones who didn't qualify, obviously. Like, it was based on merit, not randomness, but keep going.
Exactly, right? So we can already establish, and we both agree, that this season was out of the norm for the entire NBA and it's and over the course of its history.
Yeah.
Therefore, there must be an asterisk, right? The bubble was not a normal NBA regular season. They didn't play the same amount of games. They didn't play every team twice. They didn't play the teams in their conference or division the amount of times they were supposed to either. Therefore, the road that he used to get to the finals was out of the norm. Therefore, you have to have an asterisk so that people who view this 10, 20, 30 years from now are aware of the conditions that he faced because they weren't the same that every other team had to face all the other years.
Yeah, and if you want to argue for the Webster's Dictionary definition of an asterisk, then go for it. You're right. It is inherently different by all standards of the world at the time. What we're arguing for in practicality, what people besides you mean when they say an asterisk, they mean it's less impressive. They mean it's lesser than. They mean it's compared to any Jordan championship, it's worse. And that's the part where it becomes, who's to say what's harder and what's weaker and what's harder about it and what's easier about it? I don't have a problem with you saying it's different. That's undeniable. But when we get to the point of people downplaying it and saying it's not impressive because there was no parade and because they were at home watching and all this stuff, then I'm like, what are we?
I'm still fucked up we ain't getting no parade. I'm still mad about that shit. We still ain't getting no. They ain't even give us a courtesy float or nothing, my nigga. They just went straight to the Bucks parade. We ain't even get shit. That's crazy. Not even when they finally opened the fucking doors to everybody in the seat. Like, you could at least had us do something before the playoffs. Like, celebrate us winning. Them niggas just brushed us off to the side like we some Kevin Durant championship or something, bro. Like, we don't mean shit.
What are you talking about?
So therefore, in my argument, say it again, I'm right.
Yeah, you're right.
That's it. That's
There
all I
you go.
needed. All right.
You're right in a way that helps my side.
LeBron having a losing record in the finals does not affect his legacy.
Well, I already told you this once. I'll do it again, right? If those two do not hit those 3-point shots, LeBron walks away with 2 rings. He doesn't go.
So we're going to argue about LeBron's finals record and then hypothetically make it worse? I hate this nigga Spicy Mustard, bruh. This is crazy.
To the Game 7 against the Spurs, and then the Warriors probably will make a play and they end up winning, right? I think that's very clear. LeBron James owes his career and his standing as one of the greatest players of all time to those two gentlemen. If they weren't as clutch as they were, and if they weren't ready to take those shots, he doesn't finish the same way, and I don't think you'll be wearing that Lakers jersey.
Yeah. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We can do this with a lot of things. If the Bulls didn't select Scottie Pippen and they select the next pick, who knows when his championship window opens? If the Pistons never age out of the championship window, who knows when his championship starts? We can do this with so many things. Neither here nor there. The shots went in. So many plays led up to that point where LeBron James put them in the position to decide the game. You have to empower your teammates. You have to play a team game and hope that the team around you is good enough to match your level. And on that day, they were good. I will not downplay the contributions of Kyrie Irving, downplay the contributions of Ray Allen, because they don't take away from LeBron James. Those games do not come down to one play. Like I said earlier, if Kyrie Irving was good enough to beat the Golden State Warriors by himself and decide the game by himself, make him the GOAT today, because that's the greatest team of all time that he single-handedly took down, apparently.
It wasn't just Kyrie, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
It
It's
was
a team
also
game.
the NBA commissioner. he helped a bit.
There we go.
But those two.
Draymond Green being a moron.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think this nigga might be Mustard.
Go.
Hey, listen, man. Dre makes some mistakes, but we're gonna forgive him, right?
Okay.
He likes to punch and he likes to kick. Everybody has problems, but we got to keep it real. You have to be authentic, right?
Yeah.
I know you're a super fan, and I'm a hater. I'm not a super hater, but I can hate when it's time. You know that if those two shots don't go in, LeBron James, the discourse that we're having is completely different, and it's not really shoulda, coulda, woulda. We literally watched it, and
Yeah, we watched it.
the next morning on
T-Bangs, every great has a polar bear.
every single debate show, what clip was being shown? We did see the block, but the most important clip of the night is the shot, right? Yeah,
We did see the block.
We did see the block.
You like to
but-
slide things in like they're irrelevant. The block is just as
I
ironic.
didn't call it if it was irrelevant, I wouldn't have mentioned it.
Okay, fair
but
enough,
I
fair
did.
enough.
It was important. But
Equally
the
so.
block didn't win the game. The shot wins the game. Chris Bosh chipping the ball out to Ray Allen, that's the play that won the game. So he owes a lot to a lot of people, right? When it came down to those two biggest moments, LeBron.
Yes, I'm still watching this. And I kind of have a feeling what I want to watch next, but I am taking requests. Remember, I will react to anything you guys want to. Send a super chat through with a request of any size. It don't matter. I will react to anything that you guys want me to react to. Also, I said this early in the stream. I will say this right now real quick while we're at the peak of our powers. Everybody's here. Listen to all the aspiring editors out there. Anybody that has a thought about editing or ever wanted to edit before, all of my content that I have on this channel is free domain for you to edit. If you want to edit, chop it up however you want to, and drop the clips wherever you want to drop them. Add them at me, slide to me in the Discord, slide to me in DMs, make a fucking fuck around little page on TikTok Reels or fucking YouTube Shorts and just drop them there. Wherever you want to drop them, drop them. Wherever you want to edit. Free reign, my niggas.
James relied on the players who were ready to take the shot.
Mhm.
And that's it.
Everybody owes a lot to all their teammates. I think it is a quintessential Jordan fan thing to act like that's a downside. When in reality, it's it's the whole system. It's a team-based game. To pretend otherwise is to not live in reality, and I think any rational fan should realize that nobody does it alone, and to even entertain the argument as if we should pretend that LeBron did it alone is just missing the forest for the trees.
Getting 8 ads every 20 minutes is actually diabolical. Meet Pi, the ad blocker that actually works on Twitch.
Yeah, diabolical, man.
All right,
Diabolical.
So let's revisit those two.
Oh my God, this
Yep.
this motherfucker again, bruh. Jesus Christ. She gets worse every time she comes on screen. Pause. Actually, no, that wouldn't be gay, so unpause. Resume. Play. Yeah, one of those.
Well, I got to quote something, okay?
Okay.
I want you to tell me what you see in common in those two shots on the play call. You ready? So for the Ray Allen 3, rebound Bosch, back to Allen, his three-pointer, bang. Okay? Second one.
Okay.
Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. What do you see in common in those two calls?
Mike Breen?
Yes, but they don't have your GOAT's name in it.
Oh, that's a good
How
one.
does that affect his legacy?
Does Mike Breen
He's
hate LeBron?
not in the two most important moments of two of his rings.
And you know what else?
So how does it affect his career?
You know what else?
How does it affect his legacy? It means he's a loser.
Whenever he got the block, Mike Breen didn't say blocked by LeBron. He said blocked by James.
She said, and let me get this right, because he didn't get his name called by Mike Green, he's a loser. That's what I just heard. He's a loser because his name didn't get called. I'm not gonna lie to you. She's making a woman look real bad, bro.
He diminished him by not saying his main name. We might have to expose Mike Breen.
You better take that up with Mike Breen.
Hey, Mike Breen's on your side.
I'm not Mike Breen, but here's what I can tell you. LeBron raised a generation of losers. Okay? Who did Tom Brady say he was chasing? It wasn't LeBron, the same guy who was playing in his time. It was Michael Jordan. He's chasing Michael Jordan. 4 and 6. Let's just expand it out a little bit more. Let's put it out a little bit more, okay?
Okay.
8 and 8 in FIBA, Olympics, NBA.
This nasally fucker is adding FIBA stats to Goose Jordan and diminish LeBron. We are reaching peak level of brain rot. This video has to be near ending. It has to be.
I mean, if you want to compare legacies, then you got to compare it to the GOATs, which is 11-0 in NCAA, Olympics, FIBA, NBA. That's a winner. But if you want to be like the rest of America and like LeBron's NFL team, the Cowboys, who are also losers. This is the generation that we're raising.
We're gonna get you on First Take today.
4 and 6, 8 and 8. How does that not affect? But we're stat stuffers now. We don't care about winning. It's LeBron's generation. Also, one more thing.
One more.
If it doesn't affect his legacy, then how can someone else be the greatest winner in his time? Steph Curry and the Spurs are the kings of LeBron's generation.
What we in the biz like to call.
How are Steph Curry and the Spurs the king of LeBron's generation? So when are we claiming LeBron's generation? What's considered LeBron's generation? Because if that's the case, what was considered Jordan's generation, and when did that end? Was it still Jordan's generation in 01, 2, and 3? Was that still Jordan's generation, or did it pass him by that time? Because Steph Curry was able to ring off 4 rings. So when did Jordan's generation start? Was it when he won his first ring, and did it end after he won his last ring? Is that Jordan's generation? I like it. I like it a lot, man. I like it a lot.
That is understanding that it's a team game.
That's borderline buzz for that term. Just keep going. I'll let you
What we
slide.
like to call that is it's a 5-on-5 game, and then we understand that. And then we know that if LeBron James played with Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, that wouldn't be a conversation we're having. they didn't win because Steph Curry is the king. They won because Steph Curry got to play with the other best player of all time, who got drafted next to the perfect complementary players to build the greatest regular season team of all time.
LeBron played with 26 All-Stars. I don't know. That's a pretty good hit.
26. Karen, Darren Williams at age 36. Isaiah Thomas at age 36.
26.
I'm about to say 26 All-Stars is crazy. I'm about to say, how many fucking All-Stars does LeBron play with? But she's counting 2020 Rondo and 2020 fucking
spend all day streaming
2020 Rondo and 2020 fucking Dwight Howard. He counts as an All-Star. And Cal Korver, when he got to LeBron, counts as an All-Star as well. I didn't realize that.
It's a big number.
So you got nothing to say. It does affect his legacy.
Did I say that?
He's 4-6. Does it affect his legacy?
Do I need to repeat the same arguments? Do we need to go over this again?
Yeah, they just go to the team thing. They're like, it's a 5.
The silly little team thing.
Dude's a loser.
The silly little reality of 5 players on the court. I hate that.
Okay, last topic. LeBron is the GOAT.
Men lie. Women lie. Numbers don't. Michael Jordan has a better PER than LeBron James. He has a higher offensive and defensive box plus minus.
Okay.
He has a better win share per 48.
Okay.
So, Michael Jordan.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I am at my wit's end with this nigga and with this conversation. I made it through this whole video. I cannot make it through listening to why LeBron or Jordan is the GOAT. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it, bro. I'm at my breaking point, bro. I'm sweating. Oh, man. I'm sweating. It's hot in my house now. She done turned the heat on. Oh, bro. I cannot do a Jordan LeBron GOAT convo with brain dead niggas. My head hurts. Look, how's the highlights? You dropped a fucking gem. You dropped a gem. And I'm on the pod channel. So look, right? So even if I did get premium, it wouldn't have worked anyway because I'm over here on the pod YouTube channel. I'm going to drop a like with this one. I didn't even realize I've been on the pod YouTube channel this whole time. Man, I can't do that. Look, what I do want to watch. I want to watch a Pop the Balloon vid. Not going to hold you. I want to watch a Pop the Balloon. Because these shits is hilarious. This is what I want to watch. The new Pop the Balloons. But real quick, before we do that, I want to open up the floor, at least in the chat. Is there anybody that wants to argue? A, LeBron versus Jordan, or B, the first title of LeBron James needing to be traded from the Lakers? If there is an argument, damn, y'all don't have premium, y'all fell off. I have. Arlette be saving streams. I swear to God. Thank you for not selling my parlay. I appreciate it. Man, listen, man, I told you. I got you, gang. I got you. I got you. I got you. I'm opening the floor just in case there's any Jordan fans back there that want to get their shit off. But until then. All right, so the real question is, are we watching the men pop the balloon or the women pop the balloon? Chat, give me a 1 for men, 2 for women. Damn, I need my charger. Baby! Yes? Can you bring my charger? Where is it? It should be in the room. Let me get a 1 for the men's, 2 for the women's. I need y'all. I need somebody to vote. I don't know which one to pick. This nigga said 3. I hate this nigga. 2. 1. 2. All right, bet. I need this damn charger because I promise you, my phone about to die. And then I won't be able to see the chat. And then we really gonna be having fun. Then it's really gonna get weird. and wicked and sticky. No cap. It's gonna get sticky for real at that point. You got it, babe? You got the you see the block to the wall down there too? You need the block too? Yeah. Really? Yeah.
Now, if I come up them stairs, am I gonna be on YouTube?
Yeah. I can change. I'll take it off. I'll take the camera off. I'll take the camera off. Hold on.
Now I gotta go get the block. Hold on.
It should be on the windowsill. I'll take the camera off. We're good. We're back. Let's get into it. Without further ado, we pop that balloons. I'm muted. This is crazy. Whole time I'm over here saying, would you or wouldn't you, chat? I'm over here saying, would you or wouldn't you? Damn. I was muted for all that. That's insane. Would you or wouldn't you, chat? Would you or wouldn't you? All right, long ass intro. God damn. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, please.
Balloon. However, if there's anything he said that you're just not a fan of and you're like, I cannot bring this guy home, go ahead and pop your balloon. And then I'll go over to you and see why you ended up popping your balloon. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello. Welcome in. What's your name?
I'm Dante.
Dante, how old are you?
25.
25, okay. And what do you do?
I own a barbershop and a tax preparation business in Vegas.
Okay, nice. Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to travel, work out. Recently got into snowboarding last year.
Oh, wow.
That type of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
Somebody loyal, faithful, beautiful, obviously, which we didn't shy off.
No complaints here, huh? No complaints.
At all.
Okay, and now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Multiple children by multiple men.
Okay.
Damn. Somebody who I can't laugh with, have fun with.
Okay.
You know, those are a few.
Cool. All right, so we did get a few pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. Let's start over here.
Now let's see if they lie.
If we can start with your name and age.
I'm Tiana. I'm 23.
And Tiana, what do you do?
I am a nurse extern. So I'll be graduating on December 12th to be an RN.
Congratulations. All right. So why did you end up popping your balloon?
He said a deal breaker for him was multiple children with multiple fathers, and I have two with 2. Yeah.
All right. Now, prior to him saying that, you did have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
He's handsome. He has his stuff together. So.
Thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
don't know that.
All right.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, you said that multiple kids, multiple baby
Yeah.
daddies is a deal breaker, but is she physically someone your type?
She is. For sure. She's beautiful.
Wait, did I say 1 woman, 2 dudes, or 1 dudes, 2 women? I thought 2 was women. Did I fuck up? My bad. I'm not black, gay. I forgot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's go on over here. Your name and age.
I'm Jordan. I'm 28.
Jordan, what do you do?
I'm a registered nurse.
Look at these nurses. Okay. All right. So why did you end up popping your balloon?
Because I have 2 kids and 2 baby daddies.
Damn, these bitches are twins, ain't they?
Now, before he said that, why was your balloon unpopped?
He fine.
Now, she's someone that's your type?
She fine. So yeah, she look good. She look good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And
Too
then
bad
we
you
did
got
have
2
one
kids.
more down over here.
By 2 different niggas.
All right, let's start with your
Damn,
name.
she got a forehead on
My
her,
name
don't
is
she?
Finesse. I'm 26.
Finesse, what do you do?
Finesse.
I'm a warehouse supervisor, and I own a chocolate-covered strawberry restaurant.
Finesse is crazy. I don't trust her for shit.
Okay.
All right. So why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon because you are very fine down to the ankles.
The what?
I do what I can.
I just it's a pet peeve of mine when men wear pants that don't cover their ankles.
She think he gay. That's what it is. It was in the voice inflection and in the eyes and how she smiled. She dealt with a nigga that dressed like this, and he ended up being gay. Now she's scarred because she's homophobic. That's how it is, bro.
Okay.
So that was why I popped. Okay, got it. Now, is Finesse someone that's your type?
No.
Okay, and why not?
No. I don't.
He is so taken aback by the ankles that he's like, nah. Plus, let's be real. The name Finesse, red flag. I'm not going. I would have said it. He don't want to say it. I'll say it for him. We don't trust none of these bitches. I repeat, we don't trust none of these bitches out here if they name is Finesse. Fuck out of here.
Her smile.
Okay, what's wrong with this?
Oh, damn, her smile. Now let's see how he lie. Look, she interested. She know he about to lie, and she wanted to see how he about to lie, because that was crazy. Her smile.
Smile.
I just don't like her smile. And for me, like my smiles are very important, and I would like to love looking at my woman smiling. So, yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you, Finesse. Oh,
Damn.
Okay, let's head back over here. Your
Someone
name and
spotted
age.
the lie.
I'm 26 and my name is Unique.
Okay.
How you doing?
And Unique, what do you do?
That bitch tall.
I'm a student at ASU and I'm a supervisor at UPS.
So why'd you end up popping your balloon?
He said the smile thing, and I'm not much of a smiler or a laugher. I'm more serious, so.
So, bitch, wouldn't you have popped your balloon when he said that originally? Why you wait till he said it with her? He been said, I need a woman I can laugh with. If I can't laugh, then what we gonna be doing? Your balloon was on pop. You knew you ain't like to smile or laugh. What we lying for? That's why I hate these videos. Niggas be lying. She thought he was rude, and women love to pull the, well, ooh, I ain't like that answer. I bet that's how he, and pop your balloon. Why don't you just be honest, tall bit? God damn.
Whoa. You won't really catch me smiling that much.
Why?
I don't.
You don't want to smile?
No.
She's smiling right now.
I know. That's what I was like. Why?
I know, but like she has a beautiful smile. So
see, had nothing to do with the fact that she actually do like to smile. She didn't like the comment on that girl's smile. She liked her smile. So the fact that he, out of defense of the ankles, said her smile rubbed her the wrong way. I don't know why women are like that, but they are, and this is crazy.
That's preference, though. It's
True.
Respectfully, that's preference. You know.
I understand, but you're very handsome.
I appreciate it.
Now, is Unique someone that's your type?
Yes, she is.
See? Popped because of smile. Like he likes yours.
I know.
All right, thank you. Okay, so we have 3 balloons left unpopped. Go ahead and ask these 3 remaining ladies a question.
Okay, so 1, I would like to know where y'all are from, and 2, I would like to know what have you as a woman, what have you done to prepare yourself to, I guess, attract the man that it is that you want? in your life? You know.
Okay, now that's a good question. All right, let's start over here first with your name.
She
and
don't
age.
know.
Hi, my name is Nicole. I'm 23.
And Nicole, what do you do?
I own a cold pressed juice business that focuses on health and wellness and natural healing. Yes.
Okay.
So he'd like to know where you're from,
She used natural deodorants.
and also you as a woman, what have you done to prepare to attract the man you want, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm from Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay.
And to
Hell
answer your
no.
question, I feel like I have prepared myself, my temple, my body as like I'm practicing herbalism. So I
Okay.
feel like
What?
in order for me to attract a man and build a family, I feel like I've built the foundation and my knowledge with herbalism and natural healing.
What the fuck is
Okay.
that?
I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The truth
Nigga,
is,
don't lie.
behind closed doors, the P word.
Whoa. Whoa. The P word. Whoa. What's the P word? Whoa.
Name and age.
Hi, I'm Arlea. I'm 25.
You're about to say our lie. Okay. And what do you do?
So I have a design company and I also have a luxury and sustainable skincare business.
Okay, and just to answer
Okay.
his question.
Okay, what was the question? I'm sorry.
The question was, like, as a woman, what have you done to prepare yourself to, you know, attract the man that it is that you want in your life?
And also where you're from.
Okay,
Nah, I
I
bought
live in
this
Michigan,
dress.
or I'm from Michigan. And I feel like when I first heard that question, I don't do anything to like attract a man. But if I was to do that, I guess it's just like a lot of shadow work. So working on like my toxic traits, but also knowing like what brings out the best in myself so that I can be able to, you know, just bring that and glow from within.
Long story short, my nigga, she ain't doing shit to attract a man. I repeat, she's not doing nothing. She's out here paying her bills and hoping a nigga see her and say, damn, she fine. I want her to be mine. That's it. That's as far as it go. Why these niggas lying? Don't lie. Be 100. Nigga, I don't even know how to answer that question, sir. I like how you look. I don't mind your ankles. I ain't pop my balloon. Take me out. That's it. What are we lying for?
To attract that outwardness, because I feel like if you're good with your shadow work and you're good with like building in yourself, that just like you're a magnet, right? That brings people towards you. So
Yeah.
that's what I do.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, cool.
Let's head on over here. Your name and age.
Shelly, I'm 24. I'll be 25 tomorrow. Next month, I mean.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Shelly, what do you do?
I work in finance.
Wait. Huh? Why did she pop her balloon? What did I miss? Did she pop her balloon because he said happy birthday and laughed? That's insane. Am I tripping? Did she pop her balloon because that nigga said happy birthday and laughed when she said that? These bitches are weird.
Next month, I mean.
Okay.
Happy
birthday.
Shelly, what do you do?
I am.
Did they both
I
pop
work
their
in
balloon?
finance, so I work executive level complaints for a major bank. So.
Okay.
Oh, or did they just see like, oh no, they got chemistry. I'll lose. That's even crazier. If these bitches felt threatened, oh man, that's even worse. He ain't look at me like that, Pop. That's crazy.
Just go ahead and answer his question.
So I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What I've done to prepare myself for like the man I want, I would say I've stayed single for a few years instead of jumping like from relationship to relationship, just to like work on myself, like my hobbies, getting into school. I am in school for business administration. So, and you know, just going to the gym, working on myself, just kind of like getting in tune with what I like to do, and also making sure that like I'm open too, because I feel like, you know, people are petty nowadays with the dating pool, just like, I don't like you because it doesn't. So I'm trying to be more open and, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we'll be back. Let's go on over here. Why do we end up popping our balloon?
I feel like I end up popping your balloon because I think you're well dressed for yourself. But for me, I like someone that has like more of a baggy fit to their clothes.
You seen this when he first walked in. He walked down twice and you ain't popped the balloon. Now, how he dresses a problem after you seen pop, 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 sparks with the younger bit. And your balloon magically popped. Now you like your niggas dressing like a 92 drug dealer. I hate women.
You look amazing. But for me, I like someone that has like an upscale streetwear style to themselves. So that's pretty much why I think
She wants a nigga dressed like Pusha T. This is insane.
that walking together, our style just would clash. I mean, together today, we look amazing.
So what the fuck do you dress like on the normal? A break dancer? What do you mean? Our styles would clash. I like to dress like Missy Elliott in '04. Oh my.
But I feel like, do you usually wear tight fitted pants? Because for me, like, I like someone that has like a looser, baggy fit, like something that's like a little oversized.
I wear whatever I'm feeling.
Okay.
Respectfully, I'm not going to switch up the way that I dress myself for anybody, because I know
As
I
you
carry
shouldn't.
myself well and I dress well.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess it ain't meant.
Yeah.
You know, I wish you well though.
Thank you.
I wish she would ask the real question, which is, why wasn't how I was dressed a problem at first? Why are we just now coming to this conclusion? You knew you like baggy clothes yesterday. Why are we just now popping?
All right, now is she someone that is your type?
No. No.
Damn.
Okay, and why not?
She doesn't seem sure of what it is that she wants. Yeah, like that. The comment that she just gave, it didn't fit.
Nigga said
in my
calling
opinion.
him gay again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
And we did get another pop over here.
Oh,
Way to
not
end up
your
popping our
deodorant
balloon.
popped.
I ended up popping because our energy, I wasn't like feeling it. You're very handsome, but
I
I was just
appreciate it.
wasn't feeling the energy.
Did you just now not feel the energy? Why didn't you just feel the energy when he talked to the big forehead girl? Why did all of a sudden your energy change once he talked to the younger light-skinned girl over there that's around his age? Chat? Let's really talk about it. Why is that when your energy fluctuated? Why didn't your energy fluctuate immediately? Crazy.
Now, she's someone that's your type.
No.
Okay, why not?
Cause she smell like natural deodorant. That's why.
The same exact reason. Just the energy. It's solely that she's beautiful. I love, and I'm very into fitness, very into, health and stuff. Yeah, but based off of, what she does for work and her business, it seems like we do have some similarities, but it's solely just the energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
I love when niggas lie about that weird ass, the energy shit. That is off. She is right. I agree. I just ain't feeling it. My moon's rise different than her sun, so I get it. Like, nigga, shut up. Be honest. I got a second whiff, and now I'm not interested either.
Okay, let's head back down over here. All right, any questions between the two of you to see if this is going to be a match?
Yeah, so like, what's your view of like a healthy relationship to you? Like, what does that mean to you?
To me, a healthy relationship is communication. Like, we can actually talk about stuff. It's not about, I don't think there's a specific look of what a healthy relationship is supposed to look like, so long as that, we can communicate and work past whatever problem or, situation that comes up.
In other words, he a cheater. So when he get caught on his phone, are you gonna take him back? Can we work through that? Or are you just gonna kick me out your house immediately? That's what that means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
I do.
How many kids do you have?
I have one child.
And how old is your child?
My daughter is 6.
6. Okay. Do you have a good relationship with your child's mother?
Yeah, we co-parent well. Don't argue, don't fight. None of that. So.
Okay. So you said you live in Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really close. I love Vegas, so it's like a 4-hour drive. Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
Where do you live?
I live here.
You live here.
Yeah.
Do you have any children?
I do.
And
One.
and
son.
okay.
4.
And what is the relationship like with their father?
It's pretty much like we don't really have too much of a good relationship actually at this time, but it's something that I'm open to. Hopefully, eventually we get there. It's kind of been rocky, but we're trying. We're trying to get better.
Okay.
So is that a problem for you that we're not like?
Go ahead and pop her balloon, cuz. You know what that means. Either she toxic or that nigga be waiting outside. Pop it. Pop that balloon, nigga. He see it. He about to take a deep breath. But, actually, go ahead and pop that shit, bruh.
Super,
Is he an active father?
Financially, yes. I would say physically, he has opportunities. So.
Okay.
He on child support, nigga. That's what she trying to say. He's on child support, and that nigga is like, well, if I'm on child support, I'm supporting from a distance. That's what's going on. You come on, bro. You know the deal. Pop that balloon, nigga.
Hmm. But I mean, I'm not looking for essentially someone to. Of course, I want my person that I'm with to be in my child's life. So I want you, of course, to be comfortable with that. I'm not asking you to, take full control, but,
No, of course.
be okay with that. Hmm.
So now, is Shelly someone that is your type?
She is, but I'm gonna have to pop.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
He's
So
a
why did you
smart
choose to
guy.
Here's how the average man's life would change if he never saw
Yeah,
an
these
ad
ads
again.
is crazy,
Day
Chad, I ain't
one,
gonna lie.
he would
We gonna
install
do something
Pi on
about
his
this.
computer without spending.
We gotta do something
I
about
have
this.
no space for like negativity as far as like, because regardless of the fact, me dealing with a woman who does have a child, I will be very involved with your child, and I'm not saying you have to be best friends with the person that you brought the child into this world with, but at the end of the day, it would 100% cause complications, unfortunately. So.
Well, I get that. That's why I want to be upfront and honest.
Of
So you
course.
didn't find that out after, the
Yeah.
facts. So I get it. Of course.
Okay. Well, unfortunately.
See, and this is the opposite end of the spectrum with Travis Hunter. See, a nigga like this would listen to the OGs when they say run, not sit there in the camera. Why you niggas acting like y'all know her? I know her. Type shit.
That is all of the balloons popped, but we do thank you for coming on. Let's give it up for him, ladies. I'll take the mic. Thank you.
That nigga came 4 hours to not get nothing? See, no. Hell nah. I'm walking out here with something. You bugging. Even if I had to pull like that one nigga didn't lie, I'm leaving here with something. I came 4 hours. That's crazy. 4 hours to do a stroll and get 3 whiffs of this? Nah, I'm good. The slow pan after is
All right,
crazy.
let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Eddie.
Eddie, how old are you?
27.
And what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur. I own dry cleaners. So I have 2 dry cleaners. I'm working on a 3rd right now.
Oh, damn.
Okay. And now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to play basketball.
Okay.
I got a daughter. I really enjoy spending time with her.
Okay, how old is she?
Right now, she's 2.
2, alrighty. And now, what are some
I knew
things you
that
look
was
for in a
coming.
woman?
I just look for just beauty. You know what I mean? I don't have a type. I just look for natural beauty.
She don't feel,
You know
they
what I
both
mean?
feel ugly naturally.
That's all I'm really looking for. I could just build with somebody. I'm looking for a partner.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
My deal breaker for me is communication.
Okay.
If you can't communicate, we can't talk. You know what I mean? I hate not like that bothers me a lot.
Yeah.
I look for somebody. That's it. Honestly, communication.
Communication.
Anything else we could work on.
Okay. Sounds good.
Communication you can't fix. You cannot fix communication.
All right. So we did get a few pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. Let's start here with your name and age.
Jordan, 28.
All right. And Jordan, why did you end up popping your balloon?
He's very handsome, but your daughter is too young for me, and I don't like joggers. I'm just not into it. Like the little cuff at the end. Yeah, like I don't like that. I don't like
His
that.
pants?
Yeah, the pants.
Aren't those cargo pants?
Whatever. They cuff at the end. They like joggers. I don't like that though. But you cute though. You handsome.
Appreciate you. I appreciate it.
No, is Jordan
Niggas
someone
can't-
that's your type?
Now niggas can't get new pants. This is what be killing me about this shit, because they say shit and it bothers me, cause is this his only pants? Really? Like is this his only pants?
Yeah, she's pretty. She's gorgeous.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age.
I'm Arlea. I'm 25.
And Arlea, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon because I feel like I didn't really get a description on what you want. I feel like when I know what I want, I can be very descriptive and describe that type of woman that I'm looking for. And for you, you were just a little bit bland with the answer.
This is crazy, because last round she got popped for being indecisive and not knowing what she wants, and she agreed. can't stand these bitches, bro. This is crazy. She literally got popped for being indecisive and not knowing what she want. What are we talking about?
I mean, I know what I'm looking for, but I don't want to block a blessing, you know what I mean? So whatever I find, I want to build with, I want to learn, you know what I mean? We could get to know each other. Like, I don't want to just I just don't want to put it out there. I'm looking for love, so
I do like how open you are. That's a really great thing.
appreciate it.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
She pretty?
I would have
told
said
you I don't
no.
have a type. Like, I just look for beauty.
I would have said no, because I could do this. Right on the forehead. Let me stop.
You're a beautiful woman.
I gotta start asking then, is she beautiful to you? All right, thank you. Let's go over here. Your name and age.
I'm Unique. I'm 26, and
Unique, why did you end up popping your balloon?
you're handsome. You're very soft-spoken. I feel like you're a sensitive guy, but the Air
Whoa.
Forces, I don't know. I just feel like that's on casual things, like not a dating scene. I wouldn't go with the Air Forces.
Just his Air Forces.
Yeah.
So it had nothing to do with him owning laundry mats, because that's when you popped. That nigga walked out and you seen the forces, you could have popped immediately. You waited until you heard this nigga, what he did for work. So if he would have been like, oh yeah, I own 3 Fortune 500 companies, then Air Forces would have been okay. But because this nigga owns 2 laundry mats, working on a 3rd, oh nah, this nigga's too casual for me. I hate tall bitches.
All right, no. How do I word this question to you since everybody's your type? Is Unique beautiful to you?
Oh yeah, she cool. She cool. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank
You're pretty. You're pretty.
Thank you. You're handsome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's go over here. Your name and age.
I'm Finesse. I'm 26.
Okay, Finesse, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon because beautiful was a very broad statement. We're all beautiful women up here, and I felt like you could have been a little more specific in what you were looking for in a beautiful woman.
Nigga, if he wants something beautiful and that's it, what the fuck you worried about it for, bitch? Ain't you beautiful? Bro, I can't stand. I'm not gonna make it through this. We only 17 minutes in. It's only been 17 minutes. I can't take this shit. What does it matter? I'm just looking for something beautiful. Y'all beautiful. Let's go from there. What you worried about what I'm looking for, bitch? Can't you be it? Don't you think you beautiful? You don't meet that criteria? That's an easy criteria. If you can't meet that, what we talking about? You all, I want it beautiful and ass, bitch. Get your and ass on.
You reply to that?
I mean, beauty is beauty. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not. Beauty comes in light skin, dark skin, tall, short, fat. You know what I mean? I mean, it comes in everything. So I'm not going to block a blessing. Like I said, I'm looking for beauty.
Yeah, it was more of physical attraction that you're looking for, not so much mental, and I'm an intellect, so that's, yeah.
Respect it. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's head on back.
Ain't this the bitch that says she ain't like this? She popped the balloon because this nigga ankles was showing? That seemed intellectual to you? This is crazy. I hate this shit. Why did I watch this? Why did I watch this?
Oh.
What did he do?
All right. Name and age.
Nicole.
She ain't like that nigga backpedal. This nigga not a pro DB. This is crazy. What my nigga do?
And I'm 23.
And Nicole, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just wanted to hear him out, but I just...
You didn't even give me a chance.
I heard you. I just didn't feel the energy. I'm big on energy.
You wanted to hear him out about how he answered other bitches' questions, not what you asked. And I'm so sick of this bitch popping the balloon right when we need to get a second whiff. We done walked by you and was so fine. Now we gotta come back. This is crazy.
So, yeah.
So what's the energy feeling? I don't understand what that means. So what do you mean by that?
He just wanted for beauty. Like, I bring a lot to the table.
Okay.
So I have more than beauty. You know, so I was looking for more.
A nigga asked, what did you bring to the table? And you said some shit we ain't never heard of before. What are you talking about? You said you were learning herbalism. I thought that was a kit in League of Legends or whatever fucking RPO, MMOG shit people be playing. Regardless, that nigga said, what do you bring to the table to find a man? You said, I'm studying herbalism, so I feel like I'm smart because I'm learning herbalist. Nigga, what?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I mean, you want me to sit
Over
down here and read you a book? You know what I mean?
I know, but like, let's say I bring beauty,
Mhm.
you're not bringing much. So,
So,
it's like an
I mean, I'm-
exchange.
Damn, did
So
she
you
call
want-
this nigga ugly? She said, if I'm bringing beauty, what the fuck you bringing? Damn, bitch, so why ain't you pop the balloon the first time?
Be a little bit more specific with you.
It's
I'm
okay.
looking for. I'm about to say I could be a little bit more specific. If anybody else want to hear it, I could be a little bit more specific. That's what I'm looking for, and I'm looking to build. I'm looking for a partner. I'm looking for somebody.
You said it already.
Who just want to listen. Somebody who also want to tell me about what she got going on. Somebody who's goal oriented. I'm looking for somebody who just want to get better and grind and create generational wealth for a beautiful family.
Now you're describing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we do have 2 ladies left. Go ahead and ask these 2 remaining ladies a question.
Not everybody cares about quality. Some people just want crap. If that's you.
That's definitely me.
Okay. Go ahead. We'll ask her the question then.
Where you from? And what are you
Wait,
looking
did
for
another
in this
bitch pop the balloon? Wait, hold on.
Start over here. Well, we do have 2 ladies left. Go ahead and ask these 2 remaining ladies a question.
Damn.
Okay. Go ahead. We'll ask her the question then.
Where you from? And what are you looking for on
Did
this
this bitch pop because she realized she wasn't the last one left? You ain't like competition? Oh, non-competitive bitch. This is crazy.
Okay, let's start over here first. Your name and age.
I'm Tiana. I'm 23. So I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I am just like, our goals align for sure. So I'm looking for pretty much the same thing as you, like a life partner, somebody to grow with and build with. I'm young, but I think I'm very mature. So pretty much the same thing. Like, I'm looking for the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be back. Let's go see why she ended up popping over here. All right, your name and age and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Shelly, I'm 24. I'll be 25 next month. I ended up popping my balloon because I'm just not like sexually attracted. I'm like very like my man, and I just don't feel like I'll be like, oh, my man. I know that's
Let me get something straight. She said, I pop my balloon because I just don't find him sexually attractive. It just doesn't work for me. So the other bitch that just had her balloon unpopped also popped her balloon. If I'm him, someone said earlier, Damo should go on this show. No, I shouldn't, because shit like that would drive me up a wall. I crash out if that would happen. I would crash out if dead ass you had your balloon that whole time, and at the end where it's time to like see if we can go on a date, I'm not sexually attractive, and then the bitch that just had her shit pops hers too, I'm going out sad. Not gonna lie to you. I'm getting mad. I'm not mature enough for this show. Not in person. Because I'm going to start asking real questions, and then we going to have to start getting disrespectful. Because this is crazy.
sounds a little explicit, but I was just thinking about it. I was hearing you out, had great responses. I love communication. I think I love that you are open as far as like you don't have deal breakers. You're like trying to see and build with someone, because I feel like the dating pool, people just exit people out for everything. But I was just like, dang, I don't see myself like crawling in bed, and yeah. So sorry.
Right. So, is she someone that you would approach?
Bruh, don't pay her no fucking mind. She got a toxic baby daddy, bruh. You dodging a bullet, my G.
You cool. I wouldn't approach.
Okay.
You cool. Pretty for sure.
I'm curious why you wouldn't approach.
Right.
I personally wouldn't approach. I don't like the fit a little bit. I just don't like the heels.
Okay.
With the dress.
That makes sense.
It's a little combo.
I mean, you was a little basic too.
I'm chilling. No, I'm chilling.
Now feelings is hurt. You said you wasn't attracted to this nigga. Why you worried if he would approach you or not? This is what I be taught.
I'm chilling.
I know you got popped, and I'm trying to get clout off of me. So. all right, I get it.
Okay. All right, thank you, Shelly. Yeah. All right, and she did end up hopping over here. Why we end up popping our balloon?
I think you have a good head on your shoulders. You have a good business going for yourself, good career. You're handsome. I just don't think that you're like I don't think we would align great. You know?
In like what ways?
So I'm not very like attracted to you like initially, but you are very handsome. I feel like maybe like with time I could become like I could grow feelings for you, but like just not right now.
Oh, so I'm saying.
What does that even mean? What does that mean? I feel I'm not attracted to you, but you handsome, and I feel like with time, even though I'm not attracted to you, but I do think you are cute. I just would grow. It could grow on me, but right now, nah, I'm a pop, so I don't want to try to let it grow. I'd throw a pie at one of these motherfuckers, bro. I'd have been hot. Again, I don't know where this nigga from. I'm assuming everybody at least 4 hours away now because the first nigga. I'd have threw my shoe. I'd have threw a force at one of these motherfuckers. Cause this is crazy. Niggas is wasting my time and playing in my face. This bitch said I wasn't attractive. And then when I was like, nah, I wouldn't approach. Why not? And then get snappy with me. Bitch, what? You don't find me attractive. Why do you care if I would approach you?
Same thing here. Is she someone you'd approach if you saw her out?
Yeah, she cool. I'll approach her. Young.
Yeah.
Young, no, for sure.
Yeah, I would definitely probably like give you like I would probably talk to you, get to know you more, but I feel like we don't have enough to go off of right now.
You not trying to get to know him now. Why are these niggas lying?
Yeah. But you definitely are a well put together man. You're handsome. You are going in the right path in life. So I applaud you for that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you. All right, well, that is.
Look, I ain't gonna hold you. That got to me. I'm peeping what time it is. Not gonna hold you. I gotta dip because I got something I gotta do at 9. But this was fun. Chat, I appreciate everybody for coming out. I appreciate niggas for pulling up. Everybody who did stay, everybody that pulled up and left, everybody that did anything. I appreciate it all. Next stream, am I gonna stream post pod? I'm either streaming post pod or I'm streaming Tuesday. Lock it in. Post pod or Tuesday. If I'm streaming post pod, I'll announce it after the pod, but post pod or Tuesday will be next stream. Lock me in, chat. But until then, I will catch you niggas when I catch you niggas.